volunteer to put one more in a place where I know it belongs.
Okay, all right.
The pig one. Toy Mrs. Piggy.
This one.
It's the co-pilot of Helicopter Noise.
Why?
I can't even explain it to you, but it clearly goes behind the Please Stand By. It's clearly the co-pilot of Helicopter Noise. Something about the fleshy colors goes with the tail rotor. Funtime Foxy. I could not explain it to you. It just needs to be there. That's my argument.
All right.
Okay, if you get one, I'm taking one. The
Mark
fourth
hasn't.
one.
Wait, Mark hasn't even agreed to
haven't
this
put
yet.
it-
Hang on.
He's agreeing.
No, I'm not.
Well, now you're just trying to peer pressure him into not agreeing by
Look
making
at his
him
face.
think
He's
that
agreeing
that's-
with you.
He can
He's
see
only
it.
not agreeing with you because I said he was. Now he's like gonna hesitate.
He
then
can
agree with
see
you.
it, but also like we have to come to a consensus on the vibe of the helicopter, and if it's not a consensus, then it doesn't belong. That's the way it works.
If you put it there, you got pink at both ends. It's somewhat symmetrical.
It's you guys don't understand. You guys don't understand. I'm not giving.
I
this.
invented helicopter noises.
Fourth one on that line from the left, the one that has like the Woody from Toy Story. Just fuck you to that.
Which one?
What?
This one?
That one. There's an image of like Woody from Toy Story where he's making that same like expression.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And I feel like this just stole that expression and just fuck you for stealing that expression from Woody. It was his expression.
He looks surly.
You guys don't know the beauty of Pizza Simulator, and it shows.
Oh wait, no, I know an obvious one, Mark. Let's keep doing this. The tape recorder goes in S. All inanimate communication devices go in S.
Nope.
Yeah, no, that's the rules. That's the rules we were living by.
God, I can't believe you guys are just. These aren't rules. These are because these are S characters. It's not arbitrary.
okay.
None of this is
It
arbitrary.
Feels arbitrary.
And
I
if
gotta
you
be
knew
honest.
your shit, you'd know that it's not the pig in Helicopter Noises, it's the hippo. And for reasons that literally everyone on the subreddit would agree with me. So I'm not defending this.
What
in
about
any way.
Bucket Face and actual balloon head?
S, but not because they're inanimate objects.
That just seems like a lie. Like you're just trying to mess with us now.
No, everyone would understand if you actually knew what these characters were, which you don't.
Subreddit, tell Mark how full of shit he is.
This is not S. This is S. This is Helicopter Noises. I can't believe it. This is also S, but it's not an inanimate object.
It is an inanimate object. Just because it's
Well, it's an
haunted.
animatronic. All of these are inanimate objects.
It's a memory game. You press orange, then it lights up orange, blue. You press orange and blue.
Oh my God! I'm not hearing this slander any further. We're gonna. This
what
will
about
have
the
to
fuck
be.
me rabbit?
What?
Yeah, wait, hang on.
Yeah, please point out where you think the fuck me rabbit.
No,
is.
people know.
Please point out the fuck me.
I'd like you to point it out.
It's right next to Hot Dog Foxy on the third row.
Point out a hot dog.
No, I got Hot Dog Foxy. I don't see the thing you're talking about with the,
The rabbit
rabbit.
directly to the left looks like
You mean Chica?
third row is where Hot Dog Foxy is.
Oh, that's not Fuck Me Foxy. That's Dad Fox.
No, fuck me bunny.
Or Dad Bunny. Dad Bunny.
No. Keep going to the right. All the way to the end. That bunny right there. That's fuck me bunny, and the one to the right is Hot Dog Foxy.
Why is this fuck me bunny?
It just looks like whenever I see fan art of like animals standing with human parts fucking, that's the face they have.
Oh, my word.
And then the dude to the right literally looks like it's the Hot Dog with Foxy mask.
No, the Foxy to the left of that is Hot Dog Foxy because he's basically a walking grill, which I'm 100% on board
That's
with.
Grill Foxy, but the one to the right looks like an actual hot dog.
And what do you grill?
It's got a bun.
Hot dog. He does not have a bun.
He's got a bun. His arms look like a bun.
No, they don't.
I have points. Like a
No,
bun.
I'm actually taking away all of your points.
Oh, I'm shocked. What a turn of events. Can't believe I was winning too with all the double points I got.
This was very fair in a very close competition.
Uh-huh.
But alas.
Oh, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. I bet I won.
Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good.
Wait, what is up with you? What is up?
I don't know,
What's up
man.
with you guys? This is a traditional
man.
everyday episode of Distractable, and you guys are being very, very conspiratorial about it.
Uh-huh.
What? You think I'm just going to declare myself the winner? Is that what you think is going to happen?
You would never do that. That'd be crazy.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
I don't know. That'd be such a weird thing to do.
You can't do that because I can't pee right now. Never mind.
I was really hoping you were going to go for it.
Look,
I wanted to.
Look, guys. I'm fair. I'm impartial. I am fair and extremely. And what I've done with this list is try to give you guys an opportunity to showcase your wisdom and understanding and fair judgment in a fair competition where everything is fair.
Okay.
And therefore, I have tabulated the points.
Okay.
I've taken in all of your responses.
That's crazy because you took all my points away. I wonder if the suspense is killing me.
And the winner of this episode is Wade!
No, that's a lie. Don't fall for that.
Wade wins!
Don't fall for that. That's
Wade
absolutely
had
not.
fun.
If you take this away, fuck you, because I just spat water all over my keyboard.
Congratulations,
There's
Wade. You
a
win.
0% chance that he's going to allow you to walk away with this win, Wade. Don't
Thank you for the win. It was a
invest.
great time. I appreciate it. This is my winner speech. I can't wait to see you next time.
Don't engage.
Cool. All right, Bob, you want to give your loser speech?
I feel bad for Wade. I think he's about to get rug pulled harder than all those people who invested in all those shitty cryptocurrencies that people were shilling a couple of years ago. And yeah, I think it's going to be rough to watch. So go ahead, Mark, do the thing you're going to do. I can't wait to see it.
No. This is it. This is totally fair. This is it. There's nothing conspiratorial about it.
This is not making me more comfortable with what's happening.
Wade wins.
So just go ahead and end the episode then. And
Yeah,
I guess that's
will.
fine.
I will.
Okay. Good.
Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. And get ready for next week when Wade's going to host. And then I'll just remind Wade that he made a handshake deal with me prior to me winning the episode that started this wonderful trend. And then I will be redeeming that handshake deal and the fruits of it in the next episode.
You remember what you've done, Wade?
It's me. Of course I don't. I only remember the things that benefit me, not the horrible
Is
things
that-
I've done.
Is that the deal that Wade said he was gonna next time he hosts, he's just gonna give you the episode or something like that?
Yeah, of course.
Let's see.
I don't think that was it. I gotta go back and watch.
Oh, you're definitely not gonna do that.
You're right.
Subreddit, somebody needs to keep an active list of all the handshake deals so that we're never gonna remember.
Someone did. Did you not see
I saw a couple posts, but they were not one of them was completely all encompassing.
No, you
I
remember
wanna-
the episode Bob Dies? Do you not remember that episode, Bob?
No, I saw that post. I do know. I remember that episode. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, we all know. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that is this episode. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching and listening. Be sure to follow the podcast, check out the animations that are getting posted, and check out the highlights and all the fun stuff. And I can't wait for next week when Wade's going to host. It's going to be a real nail-biter, that one.
You see what you've reduced us to, Wade? What's with the scissors?
Because it's time to cut.
Man, I could take away the win. I could just do it.
Mark, don't you want to make me win?
No, I'm gonna live with this one. I'm gonna live with it. Anyway, thank you.
Cut.
This episode is brought to you by Westpac. When your everyday shopping feels like a lot, there's a new way to pay that feels like free. With Westpac's new Pay with Points feature, you can pay anywhere, anytime with your Altitude Rewards points. Coffee? Points. Sourdough? Points. Visit westpac.com.au/paywithpoints to learn more. T's and C's, minimum balance requirements, eligibility and credit criteria are applied. Available where MasterCard is accepted.
Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distractable. This week, it's diabetes and dextrose dissection as the deft dudes deal with dastardly dishes. Hard drive hierophant Mark wanders portals, packages, and piracy. Breaded buttery Bob wants wild wings to win over waist widening. And waggling Wade waxes wistfully about Vegas vices. from tech issues and Japanese super gums to healthy heroin. Yeah, it's time for Wade's Food Questions. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Distractable. I am 70% sure I'm this week's host
No shot.
because I won last episode. The way it works here is if you win the last episode, which I did, you host the next one.
Yes.
Despite mine and Bob's disbelieving of what happened,
Yes.
I'm joined by Mark and Bob, my co-hosts. Hey boys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
Great.
I'm in disbelief. That's how I
Very
am.
good. I'm doing wonderfully.
I don't have a good feeling about that tone of voice.
How are you?
That's a very host behavior that he's exhibiting right there.
No, I'm the host. This is not like a puppet situation. I am the host.
Yes, you are. You are the host. 100%.
I feel like Quill and Thor at the end of was it Endgame, where he's like, I'm the captain. Of course.
Of course, yes.
But I am the host. Fine.
I think this is going to go really well for you, Wade.
Mark has no idea what my topic is. Bob doesn't. This is mine. I did this.
Why would I? You don't have any backdoor exploitations to take advantage of in your computer to remote desktop in? That's not a regular occurrence.
I mean, I do use remote desktop.
Oh, yes, Dana.
So what's new in your lives?
Oh, you.
If you were gonna keep that up the whole episode, I was just gonna give you the win.
I was really hoping whole episode, just that bit. Wade and I are having discussions, and Mark is just like, yeah.
I do like Mac.
I do, unironically, I do.
I think everyone got that.
I had to edit a video today back on my PC again, and I know what the problem is because I know now that so many problems with Windows come down to lack of unification in what your interfaces are and a lot of these different things. I have an external hard drive that's been dying for a very long time that I have programs like Photoshop. I have Photoshop files that I open on that drive because I'm like, that's where I was just storing them before I got all these network backups. If you have that open on your computer, it can slow down your entire system because it's trying to read from a drive that's dying. This drive is dying, and so it's not able to move as as quickly, and so it's like it's coming down. So it's like, it's not that PC is bad, it's that PC can fall apart very easily because Mac being like an internal, like very closed off ecosystem, it can fall apart, no problem. People can, like, it can explode, no problem. But with Windows, it actually is very, very trivial to get into a situation where you do not know what is slowing down your computer. But if I pull up Activity Monitor on Windows, I'll look at that drive and it has a 42 millisecond response time. It is just agonizingly slow, which for a hard drive, that is a very slow response time. That is extremely slow. And it's got it's an SSD, it's reading at a max of like 30 megs a second. That's how much it's dying.
You should probably switch off of that drive. Yeah, no, I have a solution proposed for you.
Yes, absolutely, which is like, I don't know why I've been running it for so long, but I need to copy all the files off of it, and it'll copy at 30 megs a second. And if I do that while I'm doing this...
You just like run that overnight, or...
Yeah, but I only realized just now, so if I do it overnight, I'll... Hey, wait, this is a real problem.
Yeah.
But it is! I'm talking about Windows. People shouldn't be mad at me.
Oh, real problems. Yeah.
Anyway, I do like Mac. I think it's cool.
You know what I like? Honestly, I thought I was gonna come up with something. I got nothing right now. Stuff is not working, man. My computers, I filled them with foam and packed them very carefully and transported them very carefully. I think I might have cracked some traces on like maybe on my graphics card. I don't know, man. But like my computers are all over the place. I keep trying to do like stream or do, you know, content stuff on them. I'll do it one day, it'll work perfectly fine. Like, oh, okay, I got it all sorted out. The next day I turn it on, my sound is all totally fucked. And not in the usual Windows way, in the like, it thinks it's putting sound out and it's not from any output type of way, where it's like, oh, something's broken, isn't it?
Oh no.
I can't tell if it's broken or if I just had it unplugged for too long and all the series of updates it did just made it have a total fit. I don't know, man. Man, I wish I had Max, I guess, is the point of what I'm saying. I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not if you're. Oh God, no.
Mark spilled a liquid.
No. What in the fuck? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, you all right? Did you just almost kill your Roadcaster in the same way that you killed your GoXLR the one time?
I was trying to unplug that hard drive and I looked at the cables wrong. I unplugged my Rode. But the Rode has 2 plugs, 2 USBs, so I unplugged the secondary USB to that. So we're fine.
Okay.
We're fine.
Maybe don't unplug that sort of stuff in the middle of this.
Well, I was thinking the hard drive because I realized like the transfer I was doing earlier was done and I'm like, yeah, I should just unplug that because that's probably like causing issues. But I'm good. Everything's good. Everything is so good.
Anyway, my computers might be broken, who knows. The thing that happens with a lot of technology is like when cars were first invented, driving a car was like a whole thing. You had to be kind of an engineer, you had to, crank starting it was dangerous, you could break your arm, all this stuff. And now you just get in a car, you push a button, it drives. Like it's that easy. How are computers not quite to that point yet? And maybe it's because we're doing stuff that's more advanced. Maybe they are for people who do normal stuff on them. But like, it feels like computers are still in the Model T era where it's like, if you change one thing, everything else is like, oh, I'm gonna explode. Whoa.
Nothing's built to last. Everything's built to have replacement parts and for you to buy new shit.
I don't even think that's it. Like, I'm not saying don't age out, because that does happen. But I'm saying like, I have new stuff. I have all new things. Neither of my computers is more than a year old, and it feels like they're already teetering on the edge of, if I change another thing, all of it's gonna stop working all at once in a way I can't fix.
Here, I'll actually explain it to you because this is a fascinating conundrum. And game development actually is like an equivalent processy to it. It's like game development on PC is a microcosm example of what this is. You have to make sure your game works for PC, right? That should be easy, right? Everyone's on PC, it's Windows. Okay, there's a few different versions of Windows. Windows 11, Windows 10, Windows, Vista, people are still on 7.
Windows 95.
Yeah, and so you gotta pick, okay, I'll only support Windows, let's say 7 and above. 7's old by now, but some people still rely on it every day, and that's fine. Whatever. Okay, among those, who has updated to what driver? Who has what DirectX package? Okay, I'll package my my game with DirectX. But which Windows are they on? How am I gonna know? Okay, so I gotta package it with every version of DirectX for every operating system so it automatically installs for their computer. Okay, cool. What audio system they're doing? Well, the chipset is dependent on a motherboard. How do I even know what motherboard they're on? Because there are many different motherboards. Okay, I gotta make it for this audio driver, this Intel audio driver, this like ASRock whatever media stupid thing. All right, good. At least they have a good graphics card, right? Do they have a good graphics card? There's AMD, there's Nvidia, there's all kinds of different graphics cards that they could possibly have with different hardware capabilities. Some with completely different architectures from generation to generation. Some don't even have shader models that the other one says. That's okay, thank goodness. Well, DirectX is there to unify it. Well, I'll create adjustable for my game to have adjustable graphics in PC. That's just gaming. Every other software out there has to deal with this exact same problem. And it's not just like PC or Mac. Let's say Mac is like a closed loop system and it's trying to do that. But with Windows, and even like some people are like, I don't like Windows, I want Linux. Why doesn't everything work on Linux? It's because it's hard enough to work it on Windows. And that's why ports to PC for certain games can be bad. Like, because it all is packaged up with all of these different contingencies. Sometimes you have to create an entire different build of the game just for a different operating system level on Windows alone. It's a lot of stuff and it's a lot of different things. And so PCs, with people's ability to like repair them and the ease of opening them up, creates like a certain barrier to entry for complexity for you to have the utilitarian nature of computers as they are today. It would be so much more efficient to build them if everyone built them like Apple does, but then people wouldn't be able to actually go in and repair. The one thing about Mac that I do not disagree with is they are impossible to repair. Trying to open a MacBook and doing it is not only void your warranty, you are more liable to break your entire system than actually repair your thing. And you need to rent tools from, the tools that you can rent from Apple are like 76 pounds. They come in 2 cases, and that's just for the phone. But you can rent it. You can, because they were legally required to allow for rental, but the complexities of even opening it up without breaking it, they had to send.
No, but see, I know enough to know basically the gist of what you just explained. But I want to be, I want to be in the walled garden. I wish that they would tell me configurations of stuff that they specifically use where it's like, we know it works with this motherboard or this series of motherboards. This is my livelihood. I spent a lot of money on these computers. I would spend a good amount of money to get basically the experience you get on Mac, but in the form of a PC where I have access to the software that I need to use to do what I need to do.
Yes.
I would, if they just put a list out that was like, if you have these components, generally, you'll get top performance out of our piece of whatever software or our game. I would do that. I would be so into that. And I get like what you're saying. It's very hard and not, but like Adobe, you're saying Adobe couldn't have some, like a list of, you know, Adobe approved components and things.
Adobe can't even keep their software working from version to version.
I know, but I'm just saying they're a huge company and they charge people money without them even knowing it. They have all the money in the world to make it work right, and I get that they struggle to make it work at all, but it would be nice. It would just be nice to spend a bunch of money on a computer and not feel like it was already kind of broken within the 6 months of getting it out of the box.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. It would be nice, and a lot of it comes down to just not upgrading to the most recent version in a lot of different things. It's like picking a version of it, like let's say if you're going for DaVinci or Premiere even, you pick like version from 5 years ago that was super stable and they didn't have any experimental features with like AI analysis of yada yada. It just works and you pick that one. You can do that and you can make sure that your computer definitely works for that one, but you have to do that for like, you have to hand pick all of your software to make sure that. And basically you have to disconnect yourself from the internet in between each one, just in case anything auto updates to something. Even Windows you gotta prevent from updating, and it's just like,
oh dude, auto updates. Don't even get me started on auto updates. Holy cow.
Doesn't Windows even bypass you telling it not to auto update sometimes? It's just like, eh, you're getting this anyway.
It reaches a point where for security reasons, it forces you to update, yes.
And nowadays, and I was talking about this a little bit in terms of chip design, but what I've realized is like there are certain, because chips are designed the way, there are exploits to the chips themselves that are being taken advantage of, that if you get a certain virus on your computer, it's less about it breaks your computer and more about that it spies on it without you ever even knowing it. And they're almost undetectable because they're on such a firmware level that you have to get an update from Intel about the software packages that are literally firmware onto your die, the chip die itself.
That doesn't sound very good.
It'll reduce your performance like up to 50% of your chip, but they have to do it because all these things are vulnerable. And if that's more for like server infrastructure, stuff like that, that's what gets exploited a lot, less than individual computers, because unless you're specifically targeted, it's not going to happen to you. But yeah, that is just like a thing. It's there because people don't really know the full ramifications of using these like computer-assisted designs and chips. They don't really know how it is, but if someone has enough reason to look into it, they might look into these vulnerabilities of a certain hardware that they know a lot of servers use, and then, all right, maybe if I can crack this, I'll be able to get bank codes. I'll be able to get into like bank accounts that should never be gotten into by me.
You heard it here first. Mark is learning to hack your chips. Everybody go get some Intel chip clips and secure those baggies so Mark can't get his grubby little hands in there.
You got it. You got it.
Well, I'm glad to hear you guys are doing so well.
Tech update that I'm sure all the listeners are super into. Go to the subreddit right now if you're listening. You don't care if you're driving a car, what? Just take your hands off the wheel.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Maybe don't do that. Safely stop your vehicle somewhere legal and safe. But how many of you hear these tech things and are just like, what?
Somebody make the official poll.
I could. I'm a moderator on the subreddit, so I could do that, but I'm not going to. Somebody who knows how to do things should do that.
I don't have a Reddit account, so I can't.
I just don't believe that.
Never made one.
I don't believe you.
In all honesty, there's not really a strong point unless you do post. Like, you could just browse without an account.
As a person in our position professionally, that's not a huge thing having an account. As a person who uses Reddit for myself, I do a lot of like research on car stuff, tech stuff. It's great to be able to go back and look at stuff I have bookmarked, comments I've made, responses to my comments. It's fantastic. That's why you have an account, because that's how you find, you're like, oh shit, I looked this up 2 weeks ago. God damn it. But I liked the post. And then you can go find it because it's in your stuff. That's why you want an account. That's the use.
None of it exists for me.
Well, you're missing out. But
I guess I'm going to, as the host,
Yes.
for now.
I've got some topics for us to discuss today.
Yeah, I know.
See, that's the thing. I don't like that.
I don't either, because he shouldn't.
I was only just talking about chip exploits and looking into data that I couldn't access.
Well then, Bob, you might be at an unfair disadvantage here, but I will do nothing about it, and we're gonna jump in. Really? We're just gonna talk. We're just gonna talk, hang out.
Rhinoceros. Plant-based meals. What's the secret? What are the code words, Wade?
Nice segue, Bob, because the first topic we're gonna discuss is one unhealthy food you wish you could make good for you or healthy to eat. You
Man,
can only pick one, and you can't do a general thing like all greasy food.
I swore you were about to bring up the news sensation that is currently rocking the gaming world.
I don't know those things.
Do you know our history of like a gaming podcast? That was the whole thing.
Yeah, but what's the like? Why would I know breaking news if we haven't discussed it?
What's the thing? What are you talking about, Mark?
PlayStation Vita is back, baby.
Ooh, really? That was my
No,
favorite.
not really.
Oh.
Well, it's the PlayStation Portal. Okay, hold on. It's there. PlayStation Portal. Handheld remote play for your PlayStation 5. They came out with something that literally looks like they chainsawed a PlayStation controller in half and stuck a Switch screen in the middle of it. I'm not joking. Let me share it with you guys.
It's just the width of a DualShock and then a screen and that's it.
Yes, absolutely. That actually is what it is. So look at this thing. The PlayStation Portal.
That the touchpad on the PS5 controller got sick. It got really big.
It took some pills and it just got real girthy there.
Instead of just holding a controller like this, you hold it like this.
Yeah, but this, I believe, is an advent of like the popularity of the Steam Deck and like obviously the Switch,
So before you explain it, let me guess. This is a PlayStation Portal. You said play handheld for PlayStation 5. This works if you're on the same Wi-Fi as your PlayStation 5. You could basically remote play your PlayStation on this. I bet there will be a subscription service where you could remote play your PS5 over the internet, and it will be as successful as Google Play.
Sure. I didn't read the thing. I just saw it.
Oh, that's just my guess.
I know nothing about it, and that's just what it is. So I just wanted to bring that up as a gaming update because that's kind of cool, and like upcoming stuff in the Wi-Fi world is getting better, and it's like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, if you have a home router with Wi-Fi 6, impressive stuff. Actually, kind of cool.
That is a great answer to my question.
This is launching at $200. That's a little expensive.
Well, it depends on the screen, because I think if you could technically do this yourself, if you were to get like a portable little mini laptops or tablet style thing with a screen and a controller, you could technically do this already. Maybe not with the PlayStation 5, but with your computer you could. I mean, I could see that.
Interesting. What was your question, Wade? Sorry, I forgot who was host.
Yeah, as the host, one unhealthy food you wish you could make good for you, make healthy.
Is this like one ingredient or like one dish?
Like a dish, like ice cream. I could make ice cream good for me, or like chocolate chip ice cream could be healthy. Something like that.
Done. Easy.
Done.
Great, Bob, you were done first. What you got?
So I would argue that depending on how they're made and what you put on them, these are already not that unhealthy, but generally chicken wings, and I'm not talking like breaded wings, I'm talking like normally fried or oven roasted or smoked chicken wings, are not healthy. Usually they come with a pretty buttery, fatty sauce or like a barbecue that's like really sugary or whatever. If you could make chicken wings that tasted like, I don't know, like Asian Zing from Buffalo Wild Wings, it's like,
Oh, this is magic. You name it, you say chicken wings with your barbecue sauce, you want to make it healthy? Bam.
if I could make all flavors from like Buffalo Wild Wings or from a specific restaurant taste good or healthy, I would, but if it has to be one flavor, Asian Zing Buffalo Wild Wings sauce on traditional chicken wings, if that could be like as healthy as just eating raw spinach, I would be the healthiest fucker in this place. I would grow a third arm and it would be so muscular. What happens when you're healthy? Clearly, I don't know what happens when you're healthy. I don't live that life. Mark, how's your third arm? You look healthy.
Oh, I'm so healthy. Okay, this is like, so I have a few questions. What defines food as unhealthy, right? Because there's a lot of different foods out there, and it's really like less of a thing where certain foods are extremely unhealthy.
Oh, okay, every nutritionist on TikTok.
Well, all right, that's not what I'm saying, because I'm not trying to be...
If you only eat 1/3 of a Skyline cheese coney, it's not that unhealthy. Yeah, I eat 5 of them.
It's something that you should probably not eat every day because it's not good for you overall.
What I'm saying is, like, in this category, there are certain foods that lack the full spectrum of nutrition. Does that count as unhealthy because it doesn't have everything that you need? Like, let's say, you know, if you eat only...
Something that has intentionally unhealthy parts to it.
You're saying you have a lame idea and you're trying to horn it in here because it's not that
I'm just
unhealthy.
trying to get clarity on, like, because it is a thing where if you eat only, let's say, rabbit meat without eating any of the organs, you will die because you will lack nutrition.
It's a broad topic, so it's open to interpretation.
Okay, all right. So you're talking more like the deep fried corn dogs with funnel cake for their corn dog wrappings.
And whenever I was coming up with the idea, yes, but you can argue something else.
Funnel cake, half cheese, corn dog coated in crispy potatoes, Korean street dog style. Yeah, all that.
If you only want to eat strawberries for the rest of your life and get all the nutrition that you can get out of them, you could make that argument. I will allow you to make whatever argument you want. It's one unhealthy food you wish you could make good for you, or I could see it being a food that's good for you but doesn't give you enough nutritional benefit to be good by itself. You could make it fully good for a multivitamin food.
All right, then I do have one if it's my turn to go. There is a certain, you guys know, you've all seen it or experienced it, where every once in a while I will suddenly just be like, I feel extremely lightheaded, I have to lay down. You guys have seen that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So not many people know about this, but it's called hypoglycemia. It's extremely low blood sugar. And it'll, well, I mean, Bob, you probably
know about
this. Yeah.
I know a little bit.
So I don't have diabetes. I get bouts of this, though, occasionally. And I traced it down to a very specific thing, and it's dextrose. So if I eat a dextrose-based candy, which is usually in candy, it's from, like, corn, and like they process it into a type of sugar called dextrose. And if I eat something with dextrose in it without eating anything else, that causes an extreme insulin response and it plummets my blood sugar because my body is just like, what the fuck did you just eat? Now the problem is, I love candy like this because it's usually in like sweet tarts, it's usually in Smarties, American Smarties that are like the chalky kind of things. It's a chalky sugar candy kind of thing. I love this shit, but I know that I can't eat it. What it's doing to me is actually, like, if I kept that up and did that like every day, that could lead to me having diabetes because it would mess with my body's ability. It would mess with my insulin response, and it causes me to almost pass out. If I, like, occasionally if I was driving, like, I could get in an accident because I literally get so lightheaded for like 30 minutes. I have to lay down and then I get like incredibly hungry.
Go from Smarties to being a dum-dum.
Ah, good joke.
Thank you. I appreciate you laughing, even though you probably wouldn't normally.
That was a sincere laugh.
Yeah, I almost unleashed my true laugh there.
Kudos to dextrose.
I was trying to do that last night. I don't know why it came up, but it's just like, God, I really wish I could.
All right, so this, what is it, dextrose? You would make...
It's like dextrose. I would make that somehow. Same taste, exactly the same, used exactly the same, but it like provided all the proteins I needed, all the nutrition I could eat, everything of it. Because I love that. It's like the one thing, and it probably comes from my childhood of like going to Ameristop. You know, my dad giving me me and my brother $5 and going to Ameristop, and we would just get like the giant Smarties. We'd get the huge Pixie Sticks, you know. I basically grew up eating dextrose, right? And that's probably what led to me developing ADHD. Any number of my problems that I suffer from today probably stem from the amount of candy that I imbibed as a child. But damn, it's good. Damn, it's good. It makes me feel happier. Like I feel like good when I'm eating it, and then I feel bad afterwards. Feel horrible afterwards, actually, if I think about it. But man, oh, some of those candies.
That's a good one.
I like those. No point.
Okay.
As deserved.
This episode is brought to you by Snooze. Go to your room. 4 little words that for decades have branded the bedroom a bad room, when really it's the most positive room in the house. It's where we sleep, spark creativity, even create new life. Let Snooze help you get more out of your room. Because the more amazing your room is, the more amazing you'll feel. It's amazing what a little snooze can do. Visit Snooze to learn more.
This episode is brought to you by Specsavers. Specsavers knows there's nothing better than playing your favourite sport. Well, that is until you see a giant defender heading your way, and it's too late for you to move. Ouch. When glasses don't go with your game, should have gone with contacts. Click or tap the banner to learn more, or visit your local Specsavers today to book a free contact lens consultation. Conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Amy Health Insurance. After a healthy body and mind? Yes, please. Check out Amy Health Insurance's great range of hospital and extras cover. Switching is easy, and your previous waiting period so you can have a wide array of eligible services. Visit amy.com.au to get a quote. Product issued by NRB Health Funds. Any brand used under license. Applies where there is a breaking cover of 59 days or less. T's and C's apply.
Okay, let's change it up a little bit here. Mark, you can go first this time.
Oh wait, we're not answering that question again? I have more.
We can keep talking about it if you want. I just had a list of different topics. I'm just giving you one food you wish you could make good for you. But if you have another one, go ahead, say it.
Well, it's also food. Does it have to be a food?
It did say food.
You can discuss whatever you would like, but that was the topic.
Okay, so because I can't drink alcohol, that would be like super unhealthy for me.
It's something you ingest.
Okay. So I'm happy that I can drink, and I've kind of found an alternative, right? So I have non-alcoholic beer that I like, and so it seems probably strange when we're recording this, like I'm slugging down a can of beer. But because the only choice for like carbonated beverages is like diet sodas or something like that, or sparkling water or something like that, and I'm like, man, there's something as nice, maybe. This is like a light non-alcoholic beer, and I'm like, but man, I sometimes just wish, because I don't have any vices, I don't have any like things to outlet, and I'm not saying everyone needs a vice, but I do think everyone needs a vice in some way, and I got none.
You're not that far from Las Vegas. Get you some hookers and blow.
I don't think that's so much as a vice.
Oh.
That's a lifestyle, bro. Yeah, man, if you want to talk, like, what if cocaine was like super healthy for you? What if?
Oh damn! But you still got high off of it in the same
of
way. It was
course.
just also healthy. The world would be like overclocked. Everyone would just. It would be like that Limitless film, but with none of the bad stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's what cocaine does, right?
That'd probably be great. I'm sure nothing bad would happen.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Honestly, actually, Neil, the more I think about it, though, the more I'm like, I do have these kind of non-alcoholic beers now, so I'm kind of like, I don't really miss anything. I think I just miss, like, the idea of having any kind of a vice, or, like, there's very few things besides hard drugs that you can take that are, like, stress relievers or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, smoking for people is kind of like that idea of, like, you smoke because it's stressful. I'm not encouraging smoking at all.
No, you should get into socially acceptable smoking. That's what's cool, man.
Socially acceptable?
Cigarettes are super passé in America, right? And they're not cool anymore. Cigars? Still allowed. Totally different.
I think the vibe of a cigar is different, though. The guy that comes in and smells like cigar smoke does things for, like, celebration, like, oh, I'm gonna be a dad, or I'm gonna be a godparent, or our team won the Super Bowl. Celebratory cigar, I think, has like a reputation like that's fine. But I think people that smoke cigars all the time, I think that's still seen as like kind of gross.
I remember, Bob, you and we went into Party Source's humidor.
Oh, yeah, the walk-in humidor, which was dope.
Oh, the walk-in humidor. There was something prestigious feeling. I mean, I think you and I bought like one cigar. I don't know if you ever picked it up again.
We bought $7 Macanudos. I mean, Macanudo is totally fine cigar to smoke, but we bought like, relatively cheap, not interesting cigars at all.
For those of you who don't know, Party Source is a big like alcohol store in it's in Newport.
It's like if a Walmart only sold liquor, beer, party supplies, and smokable tobacco. Like, it's just a big old party store.
Looking back, it's a very strange place, but they did have this big humidor, and what a humidor is a humidity controlled room for cigars, and it's when you walk in and it's just boom, tobacco. You smell it. It gets in your nose. It's everywhere. You can see, like, there's nothing lit in there, but there's just like smoke floating in the air. It's just like, it's great. And it's terrible, actually. Yeah, but I think I tried that, whatever cigar we bought, I tried it, and I was like, I didn't know about you're not supposed to inhale it or anything like that. And I was like, this is fucking awful. I'm not gonna do this. So I never really got into that. So
yeah, no, if you inhale cigars, I don't know the wrapper. I don't know, it's different. I mean, not that inhaling cigarette smoke is any better, I guess, but it's through a filter.
Secondhand smoke, I believe, is bad.
Something about cigars and breathing it in is just really awful and unbearable. But they taste like dirty rags lit on fire.
That is also what the flavor of. Maybe it was just the cheap ones, but
which is good. What you really want is a strong scotch with a cigar, because then you got dirty rags, but you put out the fire with some ground vomit.
Okay, I've got a solution for all of this. We make candy cigarettes.
Oh yeah, those are good for the kiddos.
That way you can have the sensation of like the cigarette thing, but you have the candy like Mark was talking about, which is the chalky candy, by the way.
it is. I believe those probably would be dextrose based.
What if we made vaping good for you, bro?
What are you talking about, man? Vaping is so good.
How could we get on the do drugs and alcohol binge?
I hope that it's clear that none of our experiences around these things are particularly positive. My only positive experience around cigars is that, like you said, I mostly smoke cigars during fun times where it's like it's celebrating something, and the cigar is kind of gross, but I remember it fondly because I was like smoking a cigar with my dad for whatever reason.
Sure. And actually, we'll believe out the same thing because I don't want to. I just see this on TikTok a lot. If you know what I'm talking about, don't do it, or if you do it, don't convince yourself that it's any better.
I don't even know which name you're asking him to bleep out, so
we'll bleep that. Because that's a name brand for a certain type of thing, I think, and I don't want to mention it because anytime you mention anything, people suddenly become aware about it that would never. But it's basically like, you know, with chewing tobacco, you stick it in your gums and you...
Sure, that stuff's gross. Yeah, got it.
So this isn't like actual tobacco. It's just pure, I think, nicotine. I think it's just straight up a pouch of...
Oh, sweet lord.
Crystallized. You stick that in your mouth and woo! I've never tried it, and you can tell. Can you tell? You woo!
So no, listen, I've not tried those, but I love energy drinks, right? I have drink energy drinks every day of my life.
Sure.
And I saw this thing that's that exact idea, except it's like caffeine and stuff in the form of a little pouch that you tuck in your cheek and you like absorb it. And I saw those, and in theory I was like, okay, so I don't have to drink a whole drink, but I can still get like the caffeine because I kind of rely on the caffeine. I have a baby, I'm sleepy a lot of the time, I need caffeine to help. I bought a tin of these. I put one in my cheek, and within 30 seconds, I was like, why did I think this was a good idea? Oh, am I gonna die? I stuck it out because I was curious if it would get better or what. It did not get better. Awful experience. Absorbing.
clearly you're supposed to butt chug it.
Ooh, suppository caffeine tablets. I would be into that.
Oh, caffeine enemas. Oh no, if you want a problem, you gotta look up this thing called Lodi Black.
That sounds awful.
So Lodi Black is a chewing gum, right? It's from Japan. And this chewing gum is marketed as strong mint flavor, perfect to refresh. Strong minty gum that will wake you up, product of Japan. There is so much caffeine in this, and maybe nicotine. It's hard to tell.
Oh no.
Hard to tell.
It's hard to tell because you can't read it. It's in Japanese.
Does anyone speak that language? Can we translate this?
Don't they have apps that translate things?
No. My cousin was tired. He like had a late night with friends, and he had to like drive us somewhere, and so he was like he got like 4 hours of sleep, so he needed to wake up. Honestly, like I probably shouldn't have been driving, but you know he's the only one that could because I don't have a license in Korea and I can't drive. And he got this gum basically, and he tried to go to the guy. He looked at this gum. Wake up to be for this, and like he took like 2 pieces of it, and he was going, oh, I'm so sleepy, this instantly, and I'm like, what is this stuff? And so I take stupidly 4 of them because I was kind of tired.
That's a terrible idea.
Look, that's how I chew gum. That's how I chew gum.
You saw him take 2 and change. You're like, I'll double it.
Bob knows this. I don't chew gum 1 piece at a time. Not 2. I do 4.
Choose the entire pack of gum
At
all
a
at
time.
once, basically.
Yeah. Once it's a 5-pack, I do all 5 at once. I don't do small batches of gum. So I pop 4 in there. Mistake.
Yeah.
Mistake. I thought I'd been pepper sprayed in my nose. Like it somehow traveled all the way up into my nose. And also I had like I had a mask on at the time because we were traveling on cruise and they still had like a mask policy generally. It was open to go into the country, but you still had to like wear masks. Every breath I pushed out went straight up my nose. And so it is just caffeine or whatever the hell is in this because it doesn't say on like the Amazon listing or anything. It was like, it must have been, you know, smelling salts.
Oh,
it must have had something like that because it was an adrenaline response. It was suddenly I was panicking like, and if you get smelling salts, that's what it does. That's why it wakes you up so fast, is because it kicks your body's adrenaline response. I don't know why, but it does, and just so yeah, if you want a problem, yeah, that's your stuff.
Hey, so Mark, I did a Google search. Lottie brand Black gum ingredient list includes a bunch of syrups and starch sugars, oolong tea extract, some other stuff, caffeine, and something called nicotinamide.
I don't think that's nicotine. I don't think that is.
Nicotinamide is also known as niacinamide, is a water-soluble amide form of niacin or vitamin B3. Oh, okay.
Right. So urban legend holds that the gum contains nicotine. It's a misconception stemming from nicotinamide.
Oh, it eases inflammation. Well, you should have felt healthy as an ox after chewing/inhaling that gum.
Man, oolong tea, ginkgo extract, chrysanthemum, caffeine, and nicotinamide.
Well, now that we've gone over all of the drugs we'd like to be healthy for us.
Hey, this was a gum. That's food.
Dude, I totally had this in college, I think. I think a friend got a hold of a pack of Black, and I had a piece of this in college.
Dude, do you remember when I drank 3 of those Mind Monster energies, and then I took 2 5-hour energies, and then I woke up in the middle of the night with my intestines on fire, feeling like I was gonna die?
Yeah, vaguely, yeah.
That was awful.
That was so awesome, dude.
So terrible, man. That was horrible, man.
Oh, you consumed about 18 hours worth of energy between those 5 drinks. You should have been.
What was weird is because I was so tired when I took them, because that was the counter thing. And like ADHD, that's a thing. If you take caffeine, sometimes it'll make you tired. Like it has a counteractive effect. But man, if you drink enough of it,
it comes back around, man.
Boom! Like, I'm dying! Like so quickly, like something horribly wrong. And then of course, as a normal college student, if you have something horribly wrong where you think you're dying, you, much like, you know, an animal at the end of its life cycle, you find a table to crawl under and you hide away from the world. Because I did go into the bathroom and I just like sit on a toilet and I just like, it writhed in agony for an hour until it passed. And it was just like, if I died in there, no one would know until morning. And that's possible. Like, no instinct to go to a doctor, no instinct to get help. Just like, I gotta go take care of this or something.
You gotta poop it out, man. It's on your insides. You gotta get it out.
Well, that's what I thought. Nothing happened, of course, because it's like, that's not what it was. But it was just like, Jesus, I didn't know anything besides like toilet for stomach pain. And just like, I was just like.
Yeah, it's a miracle we're alive.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
How many points do we get, Wade?
Oh, man. You both get some amounts. Let me think about it.
It's even worse nowadays with like nootropic stuff at like convenience stores. The kind of shit you can get behind the counter that's like in those weird paper, like backed, plastic wrapped, random from who knows where.
That just says random vague things where it's like, you'll have the energy of a wild boar, and also you'll fuck all night, or whatever,
exactly.
Like that sort of thing.
You'll be so focused when you're fucking everything that moves. Oh, what is that?
I don't know, what is that?
I don't know.
What is tianeptine? What new horrible nightmare is this?
Oh boy.
Gas station heroin? What is this?
No, that doesn't sound like a thing we should do.
Yeah, we'll bleep this out. I don't want to. It's an irritable bowel syndrome.
That's available at gas stations over the counter? Why?
Oh my God.
Oh, well, don't you. Why, that's just concerning sounding, honestly.
Man, the supplement act kind of thing just has led to things like this just appearing everywhere. And the broad category of nootropics, that is the Wild West of putting shit in your body.
Okay, well, I think on that, I'm going to.
But imagine if it was healthy. That'd be cool, right? Ingesting and eating those if they were healthy.
All those things. What if they were healthy?
Here, actually, what I'll do is if we look at the graph here, where this is the nootropics available at gas stations, this is like the energy drinks, and this is the gum, right? So if we combine all of this, and you got the weather pattern coming up from the southwestern regions, the warm water air is gonna mix down here and really, really stimulate you to get good grades right here.
Can one of you guys send me the link to wherever you get that green screen that comes up out of the... I feel very inadequate.
Mine's just an Elgato green screen.
Mine is better than Wade's.
Oh, dear. Oh, goodness. Here, I'll fix it. There.
The blue screen, the fabled blue screen.
Wow, honestly better than a green screen. Blue is better than green.
Blue is superior. Oh, look at my white balance now. That's great.
Oh, no!
Not the white balance!
I thought somehow, Mark, you'd put a blue screen behind your green screen, and then it was just gonna be blue.
God, if I was just so... Oh, man, I wish.
How many points do we get, Wade?
Oh, you know what? Bob, I'm putting 100 points towards you.
All right, yeah.
Mark, you know I'm gonna give you 135.
Thanks.
Oh, okay. Well, that seems... I feel like...
Don't worry, Bob.
I won't. I'm not worried.
And don't worry about him not worrying, Mark.
You're the real and rightful host, and nothing bad is gonna happen, so why would I worry?
Thank you.
This episode is brought to you by Amy Health Insurance. After a healthy body and mind? Yes, please. Check out Amy Health Insurance's great range of hospital and extras cover. Switching is easy, and your previous waiting periods served are recognised, so you can claim right away on eligible services. Visit amy.com.au to get a quote. Product issued by NRB Health Funds. Amy brand used under licence. Applies where there is a break-in cover of 59 days or less. T's and C's apply.
No matter who you are, eBay believes that everyone has a thing. Whether it's getting your four-wheel drive campsite ready type of thing, or maybe new gear from sellers who just get your off-roading thing. eBay is where you can find everything you want for your chasing adventures thing. From lift kits to fishing rods, shop on eBay now.
Man, this episode's really gotten away from us, but you know, while we still have some minutes left, this is a related but different topic. If you could make something that smells or tastes bad, smell or taste good. This time I'm limiting it to one thing that either smells and or tastes bad to change the sensation of it whenever it hits your nose and or tongue. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that does, in fact, taste bad or smell bad. You can make it smell or taste better, or it could just be something you don't like.
I have one for this.
I could not tell you for the life of me who started the last topic, so if you've got one, go for it.
I would change how I experience the taste of miso, because miso is generally pretty popular. Miso soup and miso in marinades, and like a lot of people like miso. Something about miso hits my palate in a way that's way too like earthy, like it tastes like dirt to me, and it makes me feel like a douchebag, because I'm generally pretty open to stuff. I like trying new foods. I'm down to try whatever, except stuff with miso in it is like, I just randomly won't like it. I don't like miso soup. I struggle to eat anything that has miso as a major flavor component. And like, it's not an objectionable flavor. I don't think miso is a bad flavor at all, objectively. And I don't know why I don't like it. I wish that miso tasted good to me, because I feel like everyone else likes it. And it's like fun to cook with. Like, I want to buy a thing of miso paste from the store and use it in my cooking stuff, but I don't like it. So I wouldn't do that.
I think that you have a similar thing that a lot of people have that people don't realize is more common, because I think the reason Wade doesn't like Mexican food is because he has that thing with cilantro That makes it taste like soap. For me, it's weird because tomatoes are very similar to this. Tomatoes raw taste awful. I almost want to throw up when I eat them.
Is it like grassy? What's the flavor you get?
It just is. It's not even really specifically about the flavor, because the flavor is similar to when it's cooked, but when it's cooked, it becomes the most delicious thing ever. And I think that's just because there is like glutamate in it and like a natural MSG in tomatoes, and when you cook them, it's not so much it brings that stuff out. It probably does, but it gets rid of whatever causes me to be repulsed by it. It is a little soapy when I'm eating or thinking about eating a raw tomato, and it's just like for certain people their palates are just slightly different. Their genes are just slightly different, so their receptors of it are just slightly different.
So is your answer tomato, or is that just an example?
Probably tomato. Yeah, it's just like it just tastes fucking awful.
I don't want to be like a snob, but I do wish that I had a more refined palate. I like food, I like cooking. I spend a lot of time looking at like recipes and cooking techniques, and I love like the culinary world and what is possible. But I have the kind of like taste buds where I'll eat something, like we'll be at a fancy restaurant. We lived in the Bay Area, right? So we went to these fancy restaurants in San Francisco, and I'll put something in my mouth that's made by some fancy Michelin star chef that they spent all, days making, and I know it's very special, and I eat it and I'm like, steak. Tastes like steak! God, I love steak! And people absolutely can like eat a bite of something and be like, I know what's in that. That tastes like this and this and this. I wish I had some of that, because I have like the palate of like a 5-year-old. I like food, but I like Cheese Whiz and Velveeta as much as I like Wagyu beef and fancy ingredients.
I feel like if we cooked more and we like tasted something that was just missing that one ingredient, that would help narrow that down over time.
Well, and I do that, right? When I cook, I frequently cook something and take a bite and I'm like, this is missing something. I don't know what it is. It's just missing something. And that is like a practice skill. I think you're right. But also, I spend a lot of time thinking about food. I've cooked a lot of food and I've tried a lot of things. I think I just have a grown palate. I think I just have kind of a child's mouth. I don't know.
Well, practice makes perfect, but you also have to have some natural skill. So if you're not doing either well enough, then I guess you're just not good.
Yeah, I definitely don't have a natural talent. I could practice. You're right.
But at the same time, yeah, if you think about it, like you have the concept of what other people experience with like diverse palates, but really it is like a practice thing. You haven't exposed yourself to a lot of it. You haven't normalized any of those, especially in comparison to like all your other flavors. So like expanding it out. I had one of the greatest foods I've ever had recently, and I don't know if I talked about this, but I had one of the greatest foods I've ever experienced. Very recent though. I've had ramen before. I've had kimchi. I've had kimchi before. I eat ramen recently at one of my favorite ramen places nearby. It was so delicious, my brain didn't even know how to process how good it tasted. Right away when I was eating it, I was like, this is odd. It's overloading me and opening up my palate to experiences that I've never had before. Even though I've had those flavors before, but it was just like really good tonkotsu ramen with like extremely like long duration cooking pork broth, and then there was like this kimchi that they had braised beforehand and then put into the ramen. It was such a flavor combination, and it was so it had like melted together. But I think I wouldn't have appreciated it as much if I hadn't known kimchi was good and liked kimchi and known the ramen was good. And then it was like a ratatouille moment where it was like when it blended in my mouth, all of a sudden the new combinations were just sparking off in ways. But I don't think I would have appreciated it without like the prior a wide varieties of ramen, having a wide variety of kimchi, and then seeing these, it was amazing. I don't think you guys would have liked it as much as I had anyway. I think it is like a fantastic meal.
I think I would have liked it. The like pickly souriness of kimchi, especially braised, I could see exactly how that would go really good with some tonkatsu.
It was incredible. Like, Wade, I don't think this would have been up your alley. Not for like.
I'm not a pickly person, so brought up the pickly part of it, but
yeah, I think it's a lot of different foods, but it was so good. Next time you're in LA, I'll bring you out to this place. It was really good.
Ratatouille. I'm so glad you mentioned the ratatouille moment. That's like how I judge everything I eat in my life.
I've never seen Ratatouille.
Oh, great movie. Probably my favorite movie.
Like when I just like eat Wendy's or something, it's like that movie lives in my head rent free all day, every day, and I love it.
I'll have to watch it. I've heard good things. I always got compared to the main character.
You've actually not seen it at all?
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. You love it.
You're not unlike Linguini. I'm curious to see what you think.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to give it a shot. To answer the question for me, the smell of broccoli. I like eating broccoli, but whenever you make broccoli and the way the kitchen smells afterward, like
Yeah, I get you.
broccoli after it's cooked and you like just smell it around, it's not a flavor that makes me want to eat. It smells like garbage to me. It makes me think of like the trash that needed to go out a while ago. Like I'll come into the kitchen after like we've had broccoli and it's like, oh, what happened? I need to clean this up.
I get that. I love broccoli, but I kind of get that.
I love eating broccoli too. I like that. I do like, it's like one of the vegetables I really do like eating like all the time. On the flip side, I don't know this ratatouille moment, but I will say at Melting Pot, the shrimp cooked in coq au vin and then dipped into like their yellow curry with like yogurt sauce, that combination, every time I eat it, is like a eureka in my mind. It's always the last bite. And then like after you eat the main course, you do the fourth course and they bring out like the chocolate and stuff. Nothing in the dessert feels like it's worth being my last bite compared to the shrimp and curry. Like I want that to be something I can eat so much more readily available. I don't know how to make that curry sauce exactly.
It's not that hard. You can do it.
But that shrimp and curry, every time I eat it, it's like the first time I tasted it. Some foods you eat, it's like the first time you eat it, it's like, wow, this is so good. The shrimp and curry, I always know how good it is. And every time I taste it, I'm never disappointed or like, it's like the second best time I've had it. It's like the first time every time. It's so good.
Not speaking of ramen. I've only had it 3 times, and it is like already replacing chicken dumplings.
What?
It is that good.
Are you gonna learn how to make it?
No, I don't think I could because I don't have the patience to like cook this broth because it's like a 24-hour broth of just like you take pork of who knows what parts of the pig and just all the parts, boil it 24 hours, and then you got good ramen noodles. How do you even make that?
You know what though? I bet, Mark, you should look into pork demi-glace. I learned recently what demi-glace is. I bet if you use demi-glace as a starting point for a tatami broth, you would have something. And braising kimchi is super easy.
Oh, absolutely. That I could do definitely. But it's like what kimchi you're using from who? It really depends on the brand you're getting the kimchi from.
That's true, and you can make your own kimchi that's actually pretty bomb. They're not too difficult.
No, it just takes some prep, but most of it's the fermentation process itself.
But then you get to like pick exactly what's in it, and there are certain veggies that are kind of like super good additions to, yeah. Like daikon, dude, kimchi marinated like fermented daikon, it's so good.
And that's what's such a tragedy is like I worry about this place going out of business now because it goes out of business because it's not a chain, it's just one place.
It's gone forever.
It's gone, and I'm like, they charge really affordable prices for this food, and I'm like, ramen can vary in places, but if you think like a ramen that I'm saying like is my greatest ramen ever, it's $17 for this ramen, and I'm like, how is that?
It's pretty good for a spot in like the LA area. Yeah.
I'm just like, how are you selling this for 17? I would pay $80 for this exactly. I don't want them to, but I'm like, don't go out of business. I don't want to have to try to make this myself. I don't want to have to hunt down the owner and be like, you're not my personal chef now, and you make this every day.
You make this for me.
You make this for me and maybe Amy, and maybe my friends when they come over. About me.
How many points do we get, Wade?
25 each.
That's way less than last time.
There was a lot less time. I have a whole list of questions here. They're not all food related, but I feel like we've kind of stuck with the food theme and we only really got time for one more question. So I'm gonna stick with that theme. Best food to either see or hear while it's cooking. To either look at it cook and just feel like a pleasant sensation, or to hear the sound of something cooking a certain way. Which sensation you can go with see or hear, and what food?
Only see or hear, not like smell.
Specifically see or hear for this one. Something that's just pleasant to watch cook, or something that's pleasant to hear cooking. While you guys are thinking, I can give an example for me.
Sure.
Nostalgia speaking, the sound of sizzling bacon, because growing up, my grandma, whenever she would make breakfast, I would always hear the sound of the bacon start to cook, and that meant that like one of my favorite all-time meals was being made. But nowadays, it just also reminds me of my grandma, who I lost a long time ago at this point. So whenever I hear something sizzle, just like the moment you put it in there, like it starts popping and sizzling, that noise is just like all of the right things are released in my brain when I hear that noise.
I got one. Okay, yeah. No, I like this. This is a good question. Do you want to go first this time, Mark? Or
No, you go. You got this.
For me, it could be anything, but I'm going to specifically pick burgers on the grill. And because you get like, you don't watch it cook the whole time, right? You close the grill in between. So you get like a little mini montage of like, you open the grill for the first time, you put the burgers on, you close it, you come back to flip them the first time and they're like a little cooked, and you flip them and they're all the fire, you know, the fat makes a little fire or something, and you close it. And like every time you come back, they look more and more like burgers. And then like the last time you put some cheese on, and like maybe you put a little cheese cover on, or you just close it, open it back up, and they're like perfect looking cheeseburgers. That because it's so quick too. I mean, burgers cook in like,
Yeah, they're very quick.
like 8 minutes, 10 minutes maybe, usually, unless they're like enormous burgers. So it's like every couple minutes you just get a little update, and then at the end you just have delicious looking burgers, and it's like it's very satisfying, because every time you open it, you're like, it worked again, they're burgers.
And they go fresh from grill to bun. You put on your toppings, whatever, they're just good to go.
I think like it's kind of a cop-out answer, but soup, you know?
The sound of soup or the look of soup?
All of it. My mom's chicken and dumpling. I love just the rolling boil.
Oh, you're kissing ass for your last answer. I got you. Because you dropped chicken and dumplings down a spot, so.
That's Cracker Barrel chicken and dumplings. I'm talking about my mom's chicken and dumplings, which are very different.
Are those still above the pickled kimchi?
No, God no. Fuck no. Fuck no.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead. Soup.
And pickled kimchi, that's such a farcical misunderstanding.
I want to take kimchi and make pickles with it and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Tell us about the sound and smell, or no, the look and
This guy can't even remember his own question.
sight. Look and see.
Look
the
and
sound,
see.
The look and see.
The look and see in your soup.
The sound of it or the look of it cooking, or both. That was the sound or the look.
Tell us about the look and see.
Yeah, when you look at it, what you see when you're looking.
I still haven't recovered from the fact that half my episode's been about drugs, so I'm trying to move on here.
Well, it's not half about drugs. We can make it more about drugs.
No, soup.
Seeing when it turns blue and you crack it with the hammer.
Is that your
Yeah, that's what I call it. That's what everyone on the street calls it anyway. You know, for secrets. No, it's soup. It's just like, it's so cool to see like you add ingredients to the same pot. You just keep stirring and you keep the heat going. And you chop up the ingredients and you see the soup evolve, and like then the smell permeates your entire house. And like it's such a visual thing. You can stare at the boiling stuff all day. And sometimes I do just like looking at it. It's like non-stop evolving like landscape of different changing, like things bobbing up and boiling down. It's I don't know, it's hypnotic. It's captivating. And the sound of like bubbling water is very much, you know.
Especially if it thickens too. Soup get really cool because it goes from being basically like watery almost a lot of the time. Like it starts as like broth or water or something, but it'll get like thicker or creamy or something. Like it is kind of magic.
I was gonna go on look alone. I think eggs might be the most interesting thing to watch cook.
Really?
Because if you scramble them, they turn out very different than if you fry them, or if you pop the yolk and you watch the yolk drain and like cook up. I think eggs are just interesting to watch cook.
I think that's called ruining an egg, but go on.
Yeah, that's gross.
I don't like my eggs with wet yolk.
You don't like a runny yolk? You like them over hard?
I don't like yolk at all.
That's the gushy, delicious part of the egg. That's the egg-ussy.
It's the good, gushy, gross part. I swallow my yolks whole so I don't have to taste them.
I tolerate the yolk as well.
That's the part that makes stuff like mayonnaise or Caesar dressing delicious. The yolk is the good part.
Man, don't like those two things. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, I don't mind those two things, but it's just like the yolk itself is like, I know that's where all the flavor is, and I say, yeah, I'll put that flavor. I just don't want it. I know the nutrition is there.
Transparent to like the white, the yolk. Again, if you pop it, you cook it like it is, and you just watch the yolk stay there. It's like it's the pop itself. It's getting so hot in there. What's gonna happen?
Popcorn! Ah, that's the most fun to watch.
Popcorn's overrated. Medium on popcorn.
Smell of popcorn. You walk by a popcorn stand and
You know what smells good about that? It's the butter juice.
no, I don't like. No.
If you put put that jizzy butter sauce on anything and it smells the same. Popcorn might as well be packing peanuts.
No, I don't like the butter juice. I like the...
That's what that smell is. Popcorn has no flavor on its own. If you
Yeah,
don't
but
put salt and butter on popcorn, popcorn tastes the same as a packing peanut.
No, it doesn't. It tastes fine. Plain popcorn is okay.
It has like no flavor.
Yeah, I know. Much like egg whites, which I prefer, they're a vehicle for enhancement. I will give it that. It's a vehicle for enhancement, and it is
Popcorn
yearning.
is only good if it has powdered cheese on it or mustard.
Powdered cheese?
Yeah, like cheddar popcorn. You mean powdered?
Oh, this guy's a cheddar popcorn guy.
I gotta rein this in.
A white cheddar
I
popcorn
feel
guy,
sick.
thank you.
No.
Packing peanuts in your mouth, Bob, I'm sorry, you had to lose points for even mentioning that, because that...
Wait, I've got some styrofoam over here. Would you like to see me take a bite?
No. Bob, I'll give you back the points, but just enough if you don't touch it.
Don't take my points. It's wrapped in plastic, so it doesn't make the styrofoam sound.
Put it down.
But if I take the plastic off,
I'm going to announce the winner now without being able to hear you guys. Great episode-ish. I cannot hear, thank God.
it's not even making a sound.
Don't know. It wasn't worth the risk, whatever you're saying. You know, Mark, your reign of terror was long. I'm afraid to give this back to you. Bob, you were winning this until the styrofoam came up. However, the styrofoam didn't come up, and now I have to decide whether the surprise ending of Mark losing points for his reign of terror is more lost points, or you hitting me with styrofoam is worth more lost points.
I'm gonna make you a burger with styrofoam. Next time I see you.
If I let you win or lose.
Would you like to know?
Yes, that might determine the outcome. Since I'm seeing you in like 3 days, 2 days.
Yeah, the time is short. You better make the right choice.
What is the right choice? What do you want?
I think you know what the right choice is.
Mark, you just happened to lose a few more points than Bob. That's crazy.
Oh, man, but I'm invoking a handshake.
Wade, you've made the wrong choice.
Mark, you have managed to win by invoking a handshake deal, and I guess your reign of terror is back.
Wrong choice.
I have to honor the handshake, Bob.
Styrofoam cheeseburger.
Oh, man.
Mark, do you have a... You know what, Bob? Do you have a loser speech? You go first, because once we hand it to Mark, we may never talk again.
I've never cooked with styrofoam before, but I guess we'll see how this goes. Do you think it sticks to the grill? Do I need some spray or something?
I hear if you take 2 pieces of styrofoam and like clean your grill, it's the cleanest your grill will ever be.
Oh, yeah. So you just rub them together so they squeak insanely. Well, I feel better about losing. Well, I feel better about losing now that I know that happened.
Great speech. Mark, do you have a winner speech?
Wow, this is so unexpected. I'm glad that it turned out this way. I just like, you get a surprise package in the mail and you open it up, you remove all the styrofoam, you fling them out there, you rip them to pieces trying to get at what's inside, just like styrofoam falling all over each other. And then at the bottom of it is victory. It's victory, the truest victory that a man could ever hope for. So thank you. I appreciate this win. It is deserved, and I shall make sure that my next episode is just filled to the brim with technological discussions and wonders of the universe.
This was a pretty quick handshake deal redemption, but I'm glad it's done with and we don't have to have it hanging over us anymore.
Yeah, it really worked out.
Bob, for the record, the handshake deal was if I got points, which I thought would give me the win in the first FNAF tier list, I would give Mark this handshake deal win. I was not expecting him to give me more points than you and then start a reign of terror, so I got fucked. And karma hit me hard for my handshake deal.
That's basically what I thought happened. You have no one to blame except yourself. I feel no sympathy whatsoever. I'll stop threatening you with styrofoam since it's not your fault, I guess. How about that?
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. If you're new here, go follow us. Markiplier, Bob Meister, we have merch, stored at trendpodcast.com. I hope it's in stock and I hope that it's good stuff. If there's not, then well, you can look at the site. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next episode where Mark's reign of terror returns and or continues and her feet ends. Until then, podcast.
Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distracted. This week, it's diabetes and dextrose dissection as the deaf demons deal with dastardly dishes. Hard drive, higher fat parts, wonders fortune, packages of planets. Dreaded buffering bar, what wild winds win over waste life. And rattling wave practice slippery of outdated rifles. From Texticus and Japanese super gum, yeah, it's time for Wave Food Question. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Distractable. I am 70% sure I'm this week's host. No doubt. Because I won last episode. The way it works here is if you win the last episode, which I did, you host the next one. And despite mine and Bob believing what happened,
yes,
I'm joined by Mark and Bob, my co-hosts. Hey boys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
Great.
I'm in disbelief. That's how I am.
Very good. I'm doing. All right. No handshake deals occurred while I was away, huh?
It'd be weird to handshake with the competitor rather than the host.
All right, good. Just checking. Okay, cool. I don't want any of that to happen.
Before we get any further into this, can I just say, I have bad news.
Huh? Why?
Can you see how wet my pants are, Mark? Can you see how wet they are? Oh, you know what's an even better illustration than my pants being wet?
Oh no.
Look at the chair. Look at the wetness
on
the edge of the chair. It's wet. I could not live with another episode of this. I couldn't do it. It's already cold. I enforce the piss pants rule.
Do you need a moment to clean up?
No, I'm not cleaning anything. My punishment is that I will continue to sit here and do whatever needs to be done to move on.
Is it on your floor? Like, do you need to wipe up your chair? Like,
it's on the chair, but it's not on the floor. You know, maybe a little pet cleaner might be a good idea or something. I don't know.
It wouldn't hurt to do just a little bit.
Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distractable. This week, it's an extra long episode as the main man, modest, magnanimous Mark, meticulously and mirthfully maintains his mastery. Bonus buddy Berg bravely bladder blasts his britches, but then begins an RPG. Reddit's favorite son, Friend One, also attends for both events. From an early bodacious coup de grace to the shaft of sensei. Yes, it's time for Destructible Escape Room. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to my episode of Distractable. I am the previous winner because I earned it, but the reason that I'm the host is because I enforced the rule that we had, and we need to discuss the fate of the rules. Okay, so I'm joined by Mark and Wade. Say hi, Wade. Hi. Okay, yeah, at the beginning of what was going to be, this was going to be Mark's episode. He made himself the winner again.
So let me throw this out there. This was going to be your episode, but Mark enforced a handshake deal to get this episode.
Well, yeah, well, he made all of this happen.
I wonder about the legality of like, can Piss countermand a handshake? That's what I need to know.
A handshake is as powerful as a handshake.
Maybe I just win.
No, you don't win. I win. I'm the host. My only question about the rules is, so Mark burned his handshake, so he didn't get the win for that, but he did, but he lost it.
Did you burn your piss?
I peed my pants, and I showed you. Does that mean that the piss pants thing is over? Because we did say part of the rule was subsequent pants pissers. Like, my pants are still wet. If anyone pees their pants following me peeing my pants, they don't get anything.
No, yeah, it was the rule was you had to piss your pants before the episode started.
Or at the end of an episode before a winner was declared.
Yeah, you could steal the win at the end also, I think. But
yeah, it's really at the end, we modified the rule. It was originally before the winner was declared, it had to be pissed, but they were like any time after that or the beginning of the next one, because it's like then it's up to the host to end the episode quickly and then start it quickly. And here I come walking in, la-di-da.
So can you still piss to win, or is piss done?
So it's done for now, but it resets like tomorrow. Yes. Unless you want to do away with it. Were you saying you want to do away with it?
You know, it's a rule that could always just float out there just in case someone really wants to win.
I feel like it's enshrined in our Constitution at this point. I feel like that's just the law of the land.
Our Constitution is the guy walking in with the pizza and the whole place is burning. Who knows what is in here?
The important thing is I'm the host. And we could have small talk. We could have small talk if I allowed there to be small talk. But I think instead I want to get right to it. And I want to throw this out there at will. It's going to be a very thematic episode. Feel free to come in with music and sound and all kinds of stuff. I think you're going to have fun with it. Gather round, seekers, for a riddle's embrace, where wits and teamwork will set the pace. Locked within walls, secrets to discover. Let the countdown begin. Let minds uncover. This clock ticks loudly. The tension grows. A tapestry of clues, a story that unfolds. Mysteries to unravel. Each step is a clue. Unlock the door and find the break. In dimly lit corners, darkness conceals, unlocking the answers as excitement reveals. A key, a cipher, a hidden message untaught. Each discovery, a step toward the freedom sought.
What, now? Is this 60 minutes of riddles and rhymes?
Mark and Wade find themselves in a large, mysterious space.
Oh no.
A light mist surrounds you and covers the floor. A voice from the distance that you don't recognize says very gently but ominously, "Welcome to the shaft of senses."
Okay, hold on, I'm not gonna...
As your bewilderment clears, Mark and Wade notice in front of them a door, a giant door, with a combination lock on the face of it. 6 wheels with the numbers 0 through 9 on them. 6 numbers, some sort of combination.
So I need to take notes. They're just like
Okay, 6 wheels, each with one number or each all number?
Each wheel has the numbers 0 through 9 on them. It can be turned, except which number is facing forward.
So there's 6 numbers between 0 through 9.
Mark and Wade stare at the door for a long moment. A heavy sigh comes from Wade. And then Mark notices something to their left on the wall. He sees a 3-drawered dresser. And on top there are some obvious cutouts that look like they're supposed to be holding things. Maybe it's figurines or some kind of piece of, I don't know. Something goes in there. And on the front of each of the 3 drawers, there's a question. Which drawer would you like to begin with?
Oh, do I have to begin with the drawers?
Can you tell me about the drawers?
You're both going to hear everything I say. There's no secret side stuff. And you don't notice anything else in the room around you except for this dresser.
Okay, just the dresser with the questions on it and the figurines.
With 3 drawers, a question on each.
How many cutouts are above it? Is it 3?
3 holes on the top of the dresser.
Okay, how big?
Kind of oddly shaped, oddly sized. Not too big, not too small.
Like cylindrical?
Each of them is different. Similar, but different. It's too small.
The hole is, or his dick?
His dick. Too small.
No!
I knew it.
Which drawer would you like to start with?
Let's go top.
Top 2.
Am I choosing?
I mean, I don't know. You could work together. I guess you could not work together if you want. That's just going to make everything.
He said top. We'll work our way top to bottom. It's fine. I'll work.
No, we'll go top, bottom, middle.
On the face of the top drawer, all it says is, what is the most popular and best smell in the world?
Okay. Vanilla's got to be up there.
And when you open the drawer, you see some vials with some labels inside.
Oh, it opens. Okay.
Well, yeah, okay. I thought we didn't answer the question. Open it.
No, the drawer opens freely once you read the question.
Sure, okay. What are the vials?
Yeah, what are the vials?
Oh, I can't read. Only you can read them.
Okay.
We read them.
I'm an incorporeal ghost. I'm not here. I'm just talking at you from the sky above.
Okay. I pick up a vial and I go to read it.
Okay.
Do I see letters?
Fine. You know what? I'll do it for you.
No.
It says fart on it. Is fart the most popular and best smell in the world?
Can I uncap it to smell?
Sure.
I uncap it, I hold it to my
Oh, 5 hit points of damage to Mark.
What? How did he not get any of that? He must have gotten like some splash.
He held it up to your nose directly. It was right. You sucked it all in.
I use that.
I pocket that vial so Mark can't use it.
Is there another vial with more devastating smells?
There's one that just says goat with a question mark.
I smell that for myself.
It smells kind of like a petting zoo. Not bad.
Not bad. Not that bad.
No hit points of damage.
Okay, I grab another vial with the strangest colored one left.
Well, make some guesses, okay? I'm not going to do all the reading here. What do you think the most popular and best smell in the world is? What does your vial say?
I've got it.
Uh-huh.
Lavender.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or vanilla.
Vanilla's dumb. He's an idiot.
That's not very good teamwork, Mark. I've got to be honest.
He just farted in my nose. I hate this guy.
He didn't fart. He just was experimenting.
He saw a fart on it and shoved it up to my nose. You think that I'm being uncooperative?
Yeah, but it could have been misleading. What if it was mislabeled? What if that was actually a really good smell they were tricking us?
What if it was traff? Yeah, you knew it was fart. You're not dumb.
All right, Mark holds a vial labeled lavender and Wade holds a vial labeled vanilla. Do you want to check and see if they are the smells they say they are, or do you want to just stick them in and see what happens?
Yeah, I want to smell them both.
No, I'm not. He's not gonna smell mine.
I really want to smell his. Can I use sleight of hand to take his vial to smell it?
I'm gonna need a roll for initiative. No, you failed.
Okay, I'll just smell mine and then look longingly at it.
Wade smells his vial. It smells like vanilla. It's pretty good. It's delicious. It smells like cookies.
I want to see if it fits in one of the slots.
You want to let Wade just stick his vial in the thing on top of the dresser?
You know what? I throw my vial on the ground and break it.
Oh, the smell of lavender fills the air.
You like that? You like that? You like that? Shove your vial in there. Shove your vial in there. Just shove it in.
I try to shove it in. Well, I want to see if it fits.
Wade tries to shove his vial into the first slot on the dresser. Doesn't quite fit, but he wiggles it around and it makes a satisfying thunk as it slides into place. The first drawer snaps shut and the question disappears from the front of it.
I knew it. I knew he had that. Yeah, so now we got lavender everywhere, so you're welcome. I rip the bottom drawer open in a fervor. I hope everything slides out everywhere and spills out.
The bottom drawer shrieks in fear and terror. Doesn't like that. How would you feel if I ripped you open from a dead sleep, you dick?
Well, I did it to you anyway, so shut up.
Your rudeness makes the drawer want to stop talking forever. He ignores your existence, but he remains open. On the face of the drawer appears the question, how much better is a dog's sense of smell than a human? In side, you see a bunch of pieces of paper with different numbers on it. 5, 10, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. How many times better is a dog's sense of smell than a human?
So is this piece of paper going in the wall?
You mean on top of the dresser?
Yeah, in the holes.
Maybe. Probably.
I pick up 10,000 and I just shove it in, and I give Wade a mean look. I hope it does HP damage.
I grab the 1,000 and I just wait for Marks to fail.
Mark shoves a piece of paper that says 10,000 into one of the holes. It really doesn't fit because it's a piece of paper and it's a big hole. But the hole out of nowhere opens up and just vacuums the paper in. And a soft moan emanates from it afterwards. The bottom drawer snaps shut and the question disappears.
I'm smarter than you, and makes him feel bad.
As he's talking, I'm gonna collect a fart bottle. I'm just
Wade takes 2 points of ego damage from your snarky look. Wade takes 5 more hit points of damage from the fart bottle.
Oh, I haven't gotten used to it at all.
No, it's different every time you open it. It's a magic bottle of farts. Okay, well, there you go. Now there's only one drawer that you haven't looked at. Would you like to look at the middle drawer, boys?
I look at Wade and I go,
The front of the drawer appears the question, what animal in the world has the best sense of smell?
I open the drawer.
Inside the drawer, you see a bunch of little figurines of animals.
okay, I thought it was gonna be real animals. I was about to say, I back away slowly from the drawer.
A crocodile, a shark, a zebra, a cheetah, an elephant, a dog. Okay, every animal you can imagine, there's one in there. They're in there.
Wait, okay, all right, serious discussion. It probably isn't dog because the bottom drawer was dog.
like farts forever now.
Oh.
Is there still tequila?
Yeah, there's a little bit tequila left.
Okay, I take the ship in the bottle and I put it in the big bottle while it's still in the little bottle.
The bottle disappears from in front of you. In the place where the large bottle was sitting on the ground, you've got the tequila. There's an enormous 0 etched into the floor.
I go over to Wade, I tap him on the shoulder, and I point at the 0. I'm like, that's you.
Wade takes 6 more points of ego damage. That was a good one.
And then I go put the 0 in the fourth wheel.
As you click the 0 into place, you hear what can only be described as violent monkey screeches coming from behind the door. I'm not going to do it. Just imagine violent monkey screeches.
Got it.
Got it. Wait, are you sure we should actually open this door?
In worst case, we die, we reload.
Oh, we should get going. Look around. I'm looking up. I look up.
You look desperately in all directions, even up. You don't see anything. Nothing appears. Nothing is evident. You're standing in front of a big door and what appears to be an empty void filled with a slight mist on the floor.
I go to the door and I open it, and I offer the monkeys tequila.
The door doesn't open. It's still locked.
Okay, Wade, think about it this way. Whenever I do a game like this, if there's 2 numbers left, we can brute force it. There's only so many combinations.
Okay, so far we have 6, 3, 4, 0.
Correct.
No numbers have repeated yet. So we haven't used 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 9.
Well, there's no guarantee that numbers can't repeat. They could be repeated.
True.
If only there was some kind of clue that's audible the whole time.
Of course.
6? Was it 6 ticks? 7! 7!
That's one of the unused numbers, I agree.
7!
Mark screams like a madman as he locks 7 into the 5th number spot. The door says, yes, and looks at you expectantly. You still stand there. Nothing else becomes evident, but the ticking sound seems to have stopped coming from the void.
I go and stand over to Wade really close so he can smell how bad I smell. The farts, and I stand right on his shoulder. I think this is where we brute force it.
I put a 1 in, and I say, this is for you, buddy.
Wade takes 1 hit point of damage from Mark's fart stank. As Wade clicks the 1 into place,
this is you, buddy.
The door gives out the most sensual moan you've ever heard. Ah! And it swings open.
I haven't heard a lot of sensual moans in my life.
I've not heard many sensual moans, so that must be the best one.
Door culture is very different, so you wouldn't understand.
So 2 doors. I see.
The door swings open, and you see a long hallway in front of you.
After you.
All right, after me, I go in.
All right. Wait, do you follow him or what?
Oh, yeah. We're in this together.
All right, as Mark walks first down the hallway for some reason, it keeps going on and on. It seems like it's going in a straight line, but also you can't tell if it's turning subtly or not. Keep going and going. The mist is getting thicker.
I drink the rest of the tequila on this walk.
Wade is pretty drunk right now, but he's still able to continue stumbling along behind Mark. Eventually, Mark emerges into a small clearing, and you see a sign that reads, Random Forest. You see trees all around, and there's an obvious path, the beginning of a path between 2 of the trees. Before too long, you see a fork in the road.
Hey, look, a fork.
Does one of them look more tread upon than the other?
The path to the left looks untouched, overgrown almost. The path to the right has wagon trenches dug deeply into it. It looks like it must be a trader's route or something that's regularly traveled by many people.
2 paths diverge in the wood, and I took the one less traveled.
Wait, no, that's not actually a path. That's just the woods.
I go through the woods.
The road just. All right, bye, Wade.
Do you follow Wade or do you let him go?
No, I go the wagon route, and I run down and go, help! Help!
You both split up.
Dude, I'm looking for the monkeys.
Mark runs frantically and Wade searches for the sound.
Sound? Wait, sound?
The moaning and the monkeys and all the sounds you were hearing from the door. Wade searching for the sound.
Did we hear it that way? I'm searching for.
No, there hasn't been any sound since you've come through the door. Wade's just looking for the source of the sound.
I'm just on a nice buzz, and I'm looking for some monkeys to party with.
You split up, and the party is separated. 36 minutes later, Wade is bumped into by a screaming madman as you both reach at approximately the same moment a clearing in front of an enormous tree. You realize that both of the paths led to the same place, and this was the place that you were meant to go the whole time.
Who had the better trip here?
Wade's walk was very casual. Mark's would have been fine. He would have met some fun travelers if he wasn't running and screaming like a psychopath. He scared them all away, Mark.
It might have been the smell too, but...
Did I ever find the monkey?
No, you didn't find the monkeys. You just walked through the woods for a while, and that was it.
Okay. Well, I found Mark.
Bye. I go up and I give Wade a big hug. I go, oh, I missed you.
Carved into the tree, you see several little cutout shelf things. Sitting on one shelf is a coin. Sitting inside another larger shelf is a big wheel with your name written alternating ways. And sitting on a third shelf is a die, just sitting there. Above all the shelves carved with the tree are the words, "Pick me."
Mark, roll dice. Wheel.
Oh no. Wait. That's what it seems. I don't think that's what it seems.
Look at the dice.
I don't think that's what it seems. Wait,
I grabbed the dice, Bob.
I don't think this is what it seems. I don't think this is what it seems.
And I go to roll it on the top shelf. It's okay, Mark. I'm gonna roll a nat 20.
It's a six-sided die.
I'm gonna roll a d6.
And a 5 comes up. Nothing happens.
I hand the dice to Mark.
Wade is ignoring you completely, but you're having a complete breakdown. You can barely see, you can barely breathe for all the snot and everything.
I grab his hand and I shake it so the dice pops out.
Wade forces Mark to roll the die. Mark rolls a 6. Nothing happens.
I put the dice back, thank it for its time, and I grab the wheel. I put the wheel on the shelf that says pick one.
It's not a shelf, it's above the 3 shelves.
I take it.
You grab the wheel, what do you do?
Spin it.
You spin the wheel, and it takes a surprisingly long amount of time to spin. I definitely thought it would be shorter than that. Oh, and on Mark!
You got this. Remember me. You come out on top. You want a handshake?
A voice from the distance that somehow feels like it's coming from within your very soul screams at both of you. No handshake deals!
I grab the coin. I flip it toward Mark, and as I do, I say heads out loud.
Tears are just like 2 garden hoses out of my eyes.
Mark catches the coin out of instinct, and it comes up heads. Nothing happens. I don't know if you remember my losing streak. It was just so weird that I kept getting the same result over and over. It's just so unlikely to get the same, you always get heads.
Mark, we are trapped here forever because we have a 0.000125% chance of ever replicating what Bob did.
Oh no.
Well, you don't have to do exactly what I did, probably, but...
Tears, like I said, out of my ears, out of my nose, out of my eyes, out of my mouth.
Tears are coming out of Mark's everything. What do you do with the coin, Mark?
It's not what it seems. It's not what it seems. Not what it seems when I flip it.
Mark flips the coin. It comes up heads. The shelf where the coin was sitting slams shut and disappears as if it never existed.
Spin wheel.
Mark spins the wheel. Click, 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 click. The wheel lands on Mark. The shelf where the wheel had been sitting slams out of existence as if it had never been there, and the wheel sinks down almost as if it could fit in your pocket if you wanted to.
I pocketed it.
All right, the wheel is added to Wade's inventory. All that remains is a six-sided die. It comes up 3. It comes up 3.
I roll the dice again.
Before you have a chance to roll the die for a 3rd time, the final shelf on the tree disappears.
I don't know who won or lost the dice.
Okay. All of the shelves that were carved into the tree are gone without a trace, and the words between that were carved into it also disappeared. It's just a big tree, but you notice that at the base of it is an opening in the tree that looks like maybe someone might be able to step through.
Oh, wait.
I try to get that.
I try to fit in. I try to fit, but I'm like, I make myself like longer. Like, oh, I don't fit. Oh no.
Mark is clearly going to fit into the hole, but is clearly just.
It's so tight in here. Ah, man.
I lay down and I start pushing him in with my feet.
Wade kicks Mark right in the ass. Begrudgingly, and against his will, Mark shimmies through the hole. As Mark appears on the other side, a big lever is there that says, "Pull me."
I pull it.
Mark pulls the lever and a normal-sized door opens that anyone could walk through.
I walk through it, but I go, whoa, man, they're making these doors small. Whoa, weird. Hey. Oh.
I walk through the other way.
So Mark walked out of the door and Wade walked into the door. So now Mark's standing in front of the tree and Wade's standing in the void in the door.
Oh, oops. I'm sorry, I'd go back in, but I turn sideways and I stick my ass out. I'm like, oh, shit. Damn. Oh, man.
Mark is just
Mark finally manages to barely fit through the normal human-sized door. It slams shut behind you and like some sort of magical thing. There's like a whoosh and all this stuff. And if you find yourself in a beautiful meadow, surrounded by relaxing trees, in the middle of a meadow, the gentle voice calls out to you. The all-powerful Bob is listening. Ask me your question, and mayhaps I can help you advance.
Do I win?
No, not yet.
How do we win?
You must get to the end.
All right.
What's next?
What's next follows what's now. What's one?
Where is the end?
End. Nothing. The journey that you take to get there. Also, it's hard to describe, but
If Mark dies, I made my default.
one of you guys opens the shovel.
How much HP do I have?
Like 70.
Still smell like farts, by the way.
You're down like 20.
Yeah, you had a lot. You had a lot to begin with. You guys let Max on
So no dying. So the end. It's about the journey. I 634071. Shout aloud.
You already solved that one. This is the next puzzle.
Sure, I hope dog up. I sacrifice this for you, oh great Lord above.
The dog is sucked violently into the sky. It's almost like it disintegrates as it flies away from you.
Oh my God.
At amazing speed. Thank you. That was delicious, the voice calls out from the sky.
I pull off the wheel and I spin it and then hold it up.
The same thing happens. It disintegrates and then flies out of your hand up into the sky. The voice calls out, that seems stupid. I don't think we should do that anymore. Do you know any riddles or rhymes?
If your balls save your balls, use our code, it will abode. Manscaped here for you.
I regret asking for rhymes. Don't rhyme anymore. Don't rhyme. What do you want?
I want to win.
To get to the end.
Okay. Ask me some questions. Perhaps I can help.
Okay, all right. Will one of us win?
One of you must win, or both of you will just be trapped here forever.
Okay, all right. Does one of us have more points?
There are no points. Unless you mean health points, in which case Wade has way more health points.
How do we leave this meadow?
Ask me some questions. Perhaps I can help.
Will you show me the way out of this meadow?
I could show you, but you wouldn't understand.
Okay.
Can you help us understand?
I don't want to.
If we weren't in the meadow, would we be at the end?
If you weren't here, you must be somewhere else. And that is absolutely where the end would be.
Okay. Is this a real meadow?
What is real? What is reality? Your perceptions as beauty humans are so limited.
What are the right questions to ask?
You already know.
All right. Is there anything on our person that you want?
You don't need anything. You need only ask the correct question.
How are you? Do you have any small talk?
I'm good. I recently had a baby, so I'm not sleeping as much. But he's cute.
2 points.
Thank you. Hey, wait a minute.
What's your name?
I am the all-powerful Bob.
Have you watched us on this journey this whole time?
Everything. I'm all-powerful.
That's part
distance, you see a glimmer of light, and you realize as you fly toward it that that must be the end. That must be the final chamber. You've almost escaped. Superhero landing right in front of a huge archway. Dust everywhere. Very dramatic conclusion.
Can I jump up like Scarlett Johansson and wrap my legs around Mark's neck, but instead of throwing him down, just sit on his shoulders?
What?
Yes, you do exactly that. Wade is now riding on Mark's shoulders. You find yourself standing in front of an enormous archway that seems to be closed by some sort of magical force field. Across the top of the archway, it says, "Speak as friends and enter."
Ready, Mark?
Yeah.
You're well. So well. Yes, you're well.
Nothing happens. The guy from the mirror appears in the archway before you and says, "Look, the design for this one is very vague. It's been a long time already, so we're gonna hurry this up. And what I want to hear is why you think either you or your friend can win. Convince me, and I'll let one of you through."
One? Just one?
One of you will definitely be let me.
Okay, Mark was a good friend and let me drink the tequila, and I would keep thinking all the Mark.
You were kind of
Absolutely.
I will untangle my crossed legs wearing the Scarlett Johansson Black Widow boots and hop off of his shoulders.
Mark, you could talk now.
Oh God. Okay. The journey was fantastic, and somehow through our completely counter methods of solving problems, I feel like we were two halves of the best idiot that we could be.
So who do you think should win?
Oh, me. Oh, God, me. God, me.
Okay, well, the friends are in agreement. You hear some clicking and whizzing and clunk and whoosh, even though it's a magical barrier. It sounds like some big safe door is being opened, and the barrier disappears, and the archway seems obviously clear, and the rightful winner is now able to pass through the archway.
I look over to Wade, I go, slowly.
I pinch myself as he looks at me.
Wade, you piss your pants and you smell like tequila. Unfortunately, that only applies to the real world versions of ourselves. Damn it! So now you just have piss pants.
I really thought that might do it, but then I like, God, nice try, loser. And I keep walking like this with my arms.
Mark walks like a dick right towards the archway, looking confident. Wade looks on.
I hold my hand out, wearing my full Black Widow leather and boots with urine dripping out one side. Goodbye, Mark.
Wade waves him goodbye as his friend stops towards the door. As Mark crosses the threshold of the door, his body begins to disintegrate, almost like he's being snapped out of existence, like Thanos in the Marvel stuff. Mark is dead now. Mark does not make it across the threshold. The language written across the door says only the rightful winner may enter. The one who spoke as a friend. Mark is disintegrated. He's dead. He's gone. Dead alone in front of the archway. What do you do?
Well, either I win or I get disintegrated and get rid of this wet leather. So I'm gonna, either way it's a win, so I'm gonna go through.
Wade walks through the archway, and as he does, the exact same voice that did the intro to this comes back out of nowhere. It says the last stanza of the poem. With seconds to spare, the last lock clicks. The door swings open and the mind's trickery fixed. Triumphant souls smile on their faces, except for one of them's dead. They've conquered the world and left not a trace. You're teleported back to your exact seats where you are now. You're back in reality.
Oh.
And I'm happy to declare that the winner of today's episode, and also the one who's successfully escaped from the Distractable escape room, is Wade!
Do I still smell like farts?
You are alive again, but you smell like farts forever.
Oh, God.
Next time I see you, I'm just gonna pretend like you smell like the worst fart I've ever smelled.
What we do is we get one of those like little like stink bomb things and we just plant it on him.
All right, well, congratulations, Wade. You didn't
Thank you.
help almost at all. You were mostly drunk, and somehow, when it really counted, you were the one who convinced me that you were a true friend. You told the truth, and you said that Mark should win, which was definitely true right up until that last puzzle. And Mark said he should win, which is not a very friendly thing at all. So that's why Wade wins.
Also, my winner's speech is I can't wait to see the animation. And please tag them all. If you make one, I don't care how good or bad, tag me on Twitter or wherever. I want to see it so bad. But this section of paper was authored by my wife.
I helped a very small amount, but she made like 95.
How hard to be making for you?
Honestly, you guys were perfect. So the script says stuff like, give some intro to the room. There's a giant door with a lock with 6 wheels on it with the numbers 0 through 9 on it. And I just completely bullshitted all the rest of it. You guys went along. It worked perfectly. It's beautiful.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Elephants having a good fence that smells more shocking.
That's a true fact.
That is not an animal I would have thought.
I really thought we were
Yeah, no, I was on. Also, you guys were dead on. The dog smell ranges from 1,000 to 10,000 times better.
Oh, so we both would have been.
So both of you would have been correct.
All right.
Yeah, excellent work. Mark, do you have a loser speech?
This was a fun adventure. It really is about the journey. My reign of terror seems to have come to a stop very prematurely, I will say. But don't worry.
Thanks to Bob's urine and your greed.
It's so cold right now in my pants.
As soon as I get the win again, it'll be back. 100%.
Well, we're definitely going to let you win real soon. Don't worry about it.
I pissed myself for no reason.
At least it was only imaginary, probably. Thanks, Mandy, for writing this. She literally just had this idea and did it herself and was like, here, do this episode. And if you guys playing along, thank you all for listening and or watching me do that. This one might be funny to watch on video. Who knows? Go back and watch it. Make sure you check out our merch. It's stored on TrackingPodcast.com. Mark is Markiplier on the internet. Wade is 47777. I am Mike Stern. Never spell it. Don't even try. That's the end of the episode. This was kind of a long one. Sorry, editors. Wade is the winner, so he'll be hosting the next episode. And until then, podcast.
All right. No handshake deals occurred while Just checking.
Look at the chair.
Oh, that is...
Edge of the chair. It's wet. I could not live with another episode of this. I couldn't do it. I enforced the piss pants rule.
Do you need a moment to clean it?
No, I'm not cleaning anything. My punishment is that I will continue to sit here and do whatever needs to be done to move on.
Is it on your like, do you need to wipe up your chair? Like,
it's on the chair, but it's not on the floor. You know, maybe a little pet cleaner might be a good idea. I don't know.
it wouldn't hurt to do just a little bit.
Good evening, gentle listeners, and welcome to the start. This week, the extra long episode, the main man, modest, magnanimous Mark, Shakespeare mirthfully maintains his master. Bonus buddy Bill, raising valor. Friend one is their carrying for both of them. From an early bodacious coup de grace. Yeah. It's time for now the black and prepare to be the strike. And enjoy.
Hello, discuss the fate of the week. Okay, so I'm joined by Mark. Say hi. Okay, yeah, at the beginning of what was going to be, this was going to be Mark's episode. He made himself a winner again.
So let me throw this out there. This was going to be your episode, but Mark enforced a handshake deal to get this episode.
Yeah, he made all of this happen.
I wonder about the legality of like, can just countermand a handshake? That's what I need to know.
A handshake is as powerful as a handshake.
Maybe I can win.
No, you know what? I win. I am the host. My only question about the rules is, so Mark burned his handshake, so he didn't get the win for that, but he did, but he lost it.
Did you burn your piss?
I peed my pants. I showed you. Does that mean that the piss pants thing is over? Because we did say part of the rule was subsequent pants pisser. Like, my pants are still wet. If anyone pees their pants following me peeing my pants, they don't get anything.
No, yeah, the rule was you had to piss your pants before the episode started.
Or at the end of an episode before a winner was declared.
Yeah, you could steal the win at the end also, I think, but...
Yeah, it's literally at the end. We modified the rule. It was originally before the winner was declared, it had to be pissed, but they were like any time after that or at the beginning of the next one, because it's like, then it's up to the host to end the episode quickly and then start it quickly, and here I come walking in, la-di-da.
So can you still piss to win, or is piss done?
So it's done for now, but it resets like tomorrow. Unless you want to do away with it. Are you saying you want to do away with it?
You know, it's a rule that could always just float out there just in case someone really wants to win.
I feel like it's enshrined in our constitution at this point. I feel like that's just the law of the land.
Our constitution is the guy walking in with the pizza and the whole place is burning. Who knows what is in here?
The important thing is I'm the host. And we could have small talk. We could have small talk if I allowed there to be small talk. But I think instead I want to get right to it. And I want to throw this out there, Will. This is going to be a very thematic episode. Feel free to come in with music and sounds and all kinds of stuff. I think you're going to have fun with this one.
Are we?
Yeah, we.
Gather round, seekers, for a riddle's embrace, where wits and teamwork will set the pace. Locked within walls, secrets to discover. Let the countdown begin. Let minds recover. This clock ticks loudly, the tension grows. A tapestry of clues, a story that unfolds. Mysteries to unravel, each step is a clue. Unlock the door and find the breakthrough. In dimly lit corners, darkness conceals, unlocking the answers as excitement reveals. A key, a cipher, a hidden message unsought. Each discovery, a step toward the freedom sought.
What, now? Is this 60 minutes of riddles and rhymes?
Mark and Wade find themselves in a large, mysterious space.
Oh no.
A light mist surrounds you and covers the floor.
Oh no.
Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distractable. This week, it's Herculean hilarity as wily Winsome Wade predicts... and Wade predicts Priest products and puts his pals through their paces. Bubbly Bob boisterously blathers, bodges and banters like a boss. Manly Mark and Merovingian Mick Flamefire Festival 2.0, but fail to flummox their friend. From lubricated D-Drive to Bob sucking on Mark. Yeah! It's time for Whose Podcast Is It Anyway? Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Distractable. I'm today's host, Wade, because I was the better friend last week.
It's true.
Well, I don't know if that's the conclusion.
It's pretty true. No, that's the obvious conclusion.
I believe that was the conclusion. If you're new here, this is a show where one of us hosts, the other two compete for points. The host determines what the competition is, who gets the points, and who wins and hosts the next episode. I'm joined as always by Mark and Bob, who agree that I was the best friend last week.
Everyone agrees. All in agreement.
I mean, majority might agree, but not everyone.
All of us agree. We all concur. You're the best friend, greatest friend, biggest friend. You friended very bigly last week. Look at my ass. Wade is the best friend a man can have.
In or at? I don't remember which one it was supposed to be, but...
Look in my ass? No. What?
I thought that's what you said.
Don't look in it. Look at it.
That's what you say when you're trying to say that you're honest. You're just like, hey, I'm not lying. Look in my ass. I'm telling the truth there.
When you look into my ass, you know that it's true.
I thought that was just what you say to the proctologist. All right, Doc, look in my ass. Yeah, it's just true.
Probably.
Accurate.
But how are you boys? Anything new in your lives?
Unfortunately, the 61 terabyte drive is not for sale yet, so I'm very sad.
Oh, really?
No, it's like coming later this year or something.
No.
You tell them your name's Markiplier and they send it early?
I mean, some people have gotten it early, but there's like review sites, and I think they actually are vetted industry professionals. I don't think anyone in my audience needs a 61 terabyte SSD, especially when it's going to cost like $4,000.
It's probably really not marketed towards you at all.
No, it's
you
not
might
at all.
have like Steven Spielberg as a big viewer.
Yeah, but look, this drive is not for people. It's for like data centers. That's what they don't need to market to people. They don't care.
Data centers love FNAF.
This is not for people. This is for robots.
Robots love FNAF. It's about robots.
And cheetahs, because they're fast, so they like fast storage.
You're right. Actually, this is not the fastest storage, I want to say. It's the biggest.
This is our petition and our plea to whatever that company is. Give Mark a terabyte drive. Come on.
It's all a dime. Sponsor the podcast.
Come on. What are you thinking?
That's not the sexiest company name I've ever heard, I gotta be honest. It sounds...
Just send each of us one of your terabyte drives, we'll show it off, and our viewers will eat it up and buy it like candy.
It sounds like the fake company from Office Space, I have to be completely honest. Solidigm.
Don't besmirch Solidigm. If they are listening, then I want them to be on my side about this.
What about Storadex? Storadex.
We want you to sell Solidigm drives.
Their competitor, Storadex.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And you got Hard D.
Don't we all?
Yeah, let's start up a new storage company called Hard D.
Hard D. All the models have weirdly suggestive names. You can get the biggest D. You can get the slimmest D we have to offer.
Oh, yeah.
Can we make them all very like phallic shaped and you go to plug them into your computer too?
It's just a dick-shaped drive you put.
We're going to create a new form factor for drives. You have to shove it in. You have to lubricate it before it goes in the server.
The contacts just run up both sides. You have to shove it all the way in.
The more data that's on it, the bigger the drive gets. It like expands.
It's like, yeah, all the content. It's like an XLR plug or like a mini 3.5 inch, but it's just like all.
And we're gonna invent proprietary cube heatsink technology. No more fins. Little individual cubes will scroll off in their custom directions to just dissipate the heat.
Its cooling system is that it actually injects the hot water out the front and it brings in fresh cold water out the back.
Yeah, oh my god.
Boom, all the heat goes out, yeah.
And you can never tell exactly when it's coming.
I I think people would buy this, eat this up. Bob, what's new with you?
Oh, just daydreaming about new dick-shaped hard drive ideas. You know, normal stuff.
You know, all the people that whenever I bring up the storage stuff, they start to tune the podcast out, they drift away, just snap back in like.
That was a pretty fast turnaround for us to go from actual informational stuff to dick.
You can tell my office is exactly the same level of messy that it was every other time so far.
Yeah, what are you, Wade?
Look, the drill. Everyone got real spite. Everyone wants the drill. There it is.
I love that. Is that a Ryobi?
It's a Ryobi, man.
Hell yeah.
I got the Ryobi. I'm in the Ryobi 1+ universe right now.
Hell yeah.
I didn't realize till just now we can click on each other's pictures to expand.
Can you?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can.
Now I see. I didn't know what the drill was most of the time. I was like, I don't see a drill. Now I do.
That wasn't always a feature, I don't think. Maybe it was. I feel like that was added at some point.
I can't shrink Bob anymore, so that's permanent now. Oh, there you go.
Wow. Okay.
Well, this should be the final week, I hope, of nothing. I could actually be getting things hopefully tomorrow with any luck, and I'll be able to start doing things on my wall.
So he's definitely not going to have foam next episode.
Well, it depends how many we record in bunches. Unless we record each episode the day it comes out. This is live.
Actually, I moved that we do that. Sorry, editors, but you're gonna have to edit now. We're gonna record it early in the morning, and I want it to be out by noon. Okay, so you got a solid couple hours in there to really get that work done. Okay.
I think they just edit it live, and by the time people see it, like 20 seconds after we say it, it's already edited up.
Isn't that good? The live stream.
No, but it's got edited. Post-production.
Post-production, which is different than pre-production.
Priest-production. Priest-production's not the...
In one end, you input our stupid jokes, and at the other end, you get distractible and a little bit of a priest byproduct.
We're not men of the cloth. We're men of the foam.
I don't want that. That's just, all I think is like Ace Ventura. Alrighty then.
I was singing foam. Pretend I was singing foam. Foam. Yeah. There you go.
Oh.
All right. Well, this is off to a wild start.
It's a good thing our juices are already flowing.
I have, if we're going off the rails, can I just go off of the rails on one thing? You guys remember the Fire Festival?
Yes, it's back, baby!
It's back, baby!
No
Tickets
way.
are on sale now.
The guy who organized the Fire Festival that so many documentaries were made about how horrible it was and people almost died on a random island, got out of prison and immediately started preparation for Firefest 2.0. I don't know if they start at this price, but some are this price, $7,999.
Well, he had to charge more so he could have more amenities this time around. The prices last time could only afford FEMA tents and bologna sandwiches. This time around, you're gonna have like canvas yurts and Whole Foods pre-made, food stuff.
Oh my God.
Big vat of Whole Foods, dal makhani or something.
The thing about it is, I imagine, because people know about Fire Festival so much from things, there are going to be people that want to go. Probably like survival experts, people that have been on like the show alone. They're like, yeah, I want the toughest challenge of survival possible.
Naked and afraid contestants.
Exactly. They want to go in there to
I mean, it's such a meme though. You don't think all like influencer type people where it's just a business expense anyway are gonna be all over that and be like, I'm covering Firefest 2, baby.
We could report live at Firefest 2.
We could report live. Distractable live from Fire Festival 2.
Look, I got a Starlink. We can get an internet hookup out there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Where is it taking place this time?
On Fire Key, baby. Probably. That wasn't a real place to begin with, but you know.
They probably won't disclose the location, just so it's a real secret. They'll blindfold you as you go on the big boat on the way over. I thought I was on a boat. Yeah, I bet you did.
I don't know why. I just had a vision of thousands of people all blindfolded in a big warehouse somewhere in like New York, and there's just guys up above them with like and the guy like, now we're on the boat from the mainland to the island, but you have to keep your blindfold on. And there's like fans and guys are just like. And everyone is like, oh, this is so scary. Oh, I'm getting sprayed by the ocean. Oh, no.
Well, we can only hope. I can't.
Look, he learned from his mistakes. There's no better teacher than failure. So you fall in prison just being like, I know what I did wrong. I know, I'll fix it this time. And he knows that people are probably going to be interested. There's going to be people vlogging all over the place. There's going to be camera crews. There's going to be news there at least. It's going to be great times.
It's going to be huge. Any press is good press, man.
Does that mean if we start saving up now, we know Fire Festival 3 will be in like 2029?
Well, if Fire Festival 2 isn't a bigger shitstorm than Fire Festival 1 was, then there won't be a Fire Festival 3. But if it is...
So it needs to be worse to be successful?
He has to go back to prison for like double the length and then come out. The hype around Fire Festival 3 would be nuts. Can you imagine?
2040 Fire Festival 3.
He actually just starts planning it from prison. That's how hype it is.
There's this one, TikTok update, by the way. Bob, have you seen that there's this girl on TikTok that makes TikToks from prison? I don't know if this is fake. It seems like it could be super fake because how?
Is it a thing where like she has an illegal cell phone in prison somehow? Or is it a thing of like, it's like a super low security prison where you get phones for some reason?
The security guard is like getting 10% royalty fees or something, so he's recording on his phone.
I just feel like, from what I know about even the lowest security prisons in America, there's no way that's a thing, but also maybe.
Yeah, I really don't know what the situation is because I doubt almost everything. I think most Reddit posts are made up on the spot, just creative writing exercises for most people.
Oh, they're just for enjoyment. Yeah, you just gotta laugh at it like it's a good story.
Which is kind of fine. I do like fiction in general, but it's also just like, if this is real, that's cool. If it's fake, I'm like, it's really well done. Maybe not really well done because like less is more is an approach too, but it's just like, it's really interesting that someone be able to make TikToks from prison. And those TikToks have so many likes, like so many likes.
I mean, it's such a fascinating premise that even if it's probably not true, you gotta look, you gotta see.
That is a beautiful segue, boys, to this episode.
Okay.
Because you guys
we're going to prison?
Yeah! Well, first one to go to prison wins!
The SWAT team comes in both of our doors and our back. Like, boosh! I called both of you. I called the cops up, both of you. I told them you've got drugs and weapons. They're gonna drag your asses away.
And whoever ends up behind bars first is the winner.
Oh, great. Good.
Guys, I waived my Miranda rights. If we could just get right to the jail. I really need to win this one.
Guilty. All right, thank you.
I did it. Don't even search. I'll tell you where they are. Mandy, you gotta plant some drugs in my office.
They break into Mark's office, he's eating a steak. They break into Bob's office, it smells like urine.
No, it doesn't. It's fine. It's clean now.
Oh, okay, good.
I cleaned it. It's fine.
Well, but the episode today is an homage to a
still on. Loves the current Wolfbomb.
Okay, I'm not watching.
I don't know if it's still... Oh, it's still going. Wow, that's crazy.
Okay, well, then a show we do love, and I need to catch up on because I've not watched it in a long time.
Yeah.
Whose Line Is It Anyway? So we've done improv, and as the host, I get to make you guys do some improv, and I'm excited because we've got a few different games here. And instead of just doing one episode on change or whatever have you, we're going to do a variety of games for the fans' enjoyment.
Do you mean that you're excited because you don't have to do the improv? You just get to make us do it?
In some ways, yes. But in other ways, no. Because I actually kind of we've talked about the tour recently. Like, I don't know if the three of us have, but I've been talking about it a lot recently. And I kind of miss doing some improv. So
you know what's great? We've always talked about the tour tangentially. We've never actually talked about the tour stories in like specificity. We talked about some of them, but
that's a whole ass episode idea right there.
There's a whole episode of stuff.
Save it for if you win. I've done too much work to transition to that now.
I'm not saying to do that. I'm just saying it might be good.
It was a nice attempt at change, but
change with no authority. Coerce.
So I've got 5 different improv games here, and if we get to all of them, great. And if we don't, we don't. We're gonna try to do these, and I will allow you all to play. I'm not gonna give like points. I might give points during. We'll see. I won't give it during a scene, but like after a scene ends, I might do something.
Isn't everything made up and the points don't matter? But so there has to be points for them to not matter.
But one of you will have to win for some reason that is certainly not arbitrary here. So
definitely not arbitrary. Absolutely not arbitrary.
You guys Oh, I'm... Okay.
I'm stretched out.
I'm sorry, did the store say those?
No but, Mark. No but.
All this is inspired by so I don't know how frequently this is done outside of there, but I would love to we're going to press Congress with Bob. We'll be delivering presents. You have no idea who he is or what his press conference is about, but he's making some kind of an announcement. Mark, who will be playing the role of two reporters, Mark and Mark. Frankly, we just have enough here to
There better be different voices. So, yeah.
that way you can choose from two that question. Mark and Merk's jobs are to ask questions that also give hints to Bob as to who he is. Ultimately, let Bob take a guess as to who he is and what his announcement is. So, Bob has a bullshit on the wait. Mark has to ask a question to give the hints. Whenever you boys are ready, Bob is yours. Oh, I will send you the song.
Oh, okay. Mark has to guess what it is, too.
Okay. Will, even though I can't really talk out loud or Bob will hear me. Just text me. I won't look at it.
Can we, like, take my headphones off or something?
You'll skip ahead in the video, in the recording. Discover it.
Here, look.
No, that won't work.
Oh, I can turn that. Are we all set now? How long is it? I thought you were So, yeah, definitely. It's usually the newscast, and then it's covering something. This is similar to that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, I got it.
I'm comfortable with the premise. There's nothing behind you. You're just standing at a podium talking.
Look, this podium. All the way up. Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for coming. With a heavy heart that I stand here before you today. It goes without saying why this turns out to be. I need to say, I'll say on behalf of. First of all, we're very sorry. I am apologizing, but also to everyone at the company, everyone who had a hand in this. Mistakes were made, and that is an organizational error, but also that does not excuse anyone from... Okay, it's a little early for questions. Go ahead.
Mark Merk, Iplier News. So you're saying that there were other parties involved?
Yeah, no, this is not something that I had exclusive control over. This is a situation where there were a lot of fingers in the pie, you could say, a lot of toes in the pond, which is partially what led to so many miscommunications. When you have so many different people all contributing to something, and like I was saying, that's an organizational error. That's still our fault. Yes. You.
So this is Mark from ePlayer News, the sister corporation of the other news. This could still be misconstrued as a crime. Accessory is also part of it.
I looked into that, and part of that crime is intent. And we have all ducked it over and agreed that none of us in the company meant to do what we did. It was not on purpose. This happened accidentally, which is really more unfortunate than criminal. So I see what you're saying, but I think you're putting words in our mouth, really. That no one here is saying. No one meant for this to happen.
Yeah. So this is all news. I just want to know, because originally it was just you, and now you're saying there's an entire organization. So if you have names, can we know the names?
So for legal reasons, I can only give you the names of the three that will cover. So I can tell you that I am on there. Also, Steve, Linda, Gary, Dirk, Declan, Sally. I feel like I'm missing some people. gossip thing going on, and so I'm not going to put a lot of weight behind that unless there's some sort of evidence in writing. Going out on a limb and trusting, what one starfish said to a squirrel unrelated to this incident, it's just really, that's not part of this. That's not what we're apologizing for either. That's sort of separate from the events that took place. Yeah, Mark.
You said that in the briefings, you said that all of the ash that was found on your person was related to your job and not related to the incident and all. Is that true? Is that still the story you're sticking with?
The grill is a dirty environment. The kitchen's a dirty environment. It's when you clean things they get on your person, and it's just, that's part of the job, really. That doesn't prove anything. That's just sort of part of the conditions. Merc.
Oh yes, thank you. What would you say to the victim?
Well, obviously I can't say anything anymore to the victim. They're no longer with us. But that's sort of what the apology is about, for the victim's family, for friends, for acquaintances, customers. It's an unfortunate series of events that led to what happened. Mark.
Was it the music?
I don't want to comment on any implications behind what happened for myself.
I got the one button. I hear we're going to have a candlelight vigil. Do you feel like that's in bad taste?
Really, more so than feeling like bad taste, I just feel like the practicality of having to do it all on makes that a waste of resources more than anything.
So your strategy here is to deny the possibility of the crime.
Obviously, it's not possible. Something happened. And the truth of what happened is going to have to be decided by the courts ultimately.
You think you're ready, Bob, to figure out who you are and what you're...
I have an idea.
By all means.
Am I SpongeBob SquarePants giving a press conference about how I accidentally killed Mr. Krabs by burning him up? I don't know enough about the show. Is this a lore thing from SpongeBob? Because I don't.
It's not a deep lore thing. You're close, but not quite.
I don't know if this is a thing. Okay.
This is not at all related to anything that happens in the show.
Okay. Sandy and Patrick were talking about, did I accidentally kill Gary in a fire?
No, you named Gary as an accomplice recently.
Oh, that's true. Actually, that's true. Well, so I must have killed Squidward for his clarinet playing, right? The music.
And do you know what happened to him?
He was incinerated somehow.
You are SpongeBob announcing you're not guilty of burning down Squidward's house. Was the
okay. His stone house that he lives in underwater.
Yeah.
You did a good job of denying it the whole time. You got onto the... You guys thought Sally was Sandy for a while, but you both went with it and seemed to understand.
Oh, it's not Sally, is it? Okay.
Yeah, no, it's Sandy. I realized that after I did that bit, and I was like, close enough.
But you guys were on the same wavelength. Well done. Minus a point each for going along with Sally instead of Sandy, but plus 10 points to both of you for getting through it and figuring it out.
If I could do the laugh, I was gonna try and throw in a SpongeBob laugh, but I don't have that as a...
If you can, I'll give you an extra 500 points.
What would you have to say to the victim?
I can't do a SpongeBob laugh.
Kudos to Pluto's.
Kudos to Pluto's.
All right, well, 10 points to both of you. Well done. We will move on to a game called Director's Cut. I'm going to give you two a pretty simple prompt. You're going to start acting out a scene. I'll step in as the director and occasionally make you change up the scene to fit what I think it needs.
Okay.
All right. Mark and Bob are pilots flying a commercial plane together from any destination to another. Doesn't really matter. I'll leave it up to you guys. That is the scene. You're just flying together. You guys know each other a little bit. Take it away.
All right. Hey, you want to do the announcement or me?
Captain, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Oh, come on. You can do it. All right.
Okay, I'll do it. I I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah,
no,
it's
no,
tough.
no. You got me. No, please.
No, it's just this easy. Watch this. Watch this. It's super, super easy. All right. This is your captain speaking. Just want to let you know you should probably buckle up. It's not a warning. Just think about it. See, they're gonna be sweating bullets for days.
Cut. Mark, you're doing great, but your motivation. You ate the fish, Bob ate the chicken, and you found out the fish is making you very sick.
All right.
All right?
That's it? You don't have anything?
No, you're doing great. You're doing great. Just your motivation.
Do we start over or do we go on from here?
Yeah, you want us to start from the beginning?
And just rewind a little bit. But,
Okay, all right.
just from the announcement, maybe.
Okay.
Can you do it?
I don't know if I'm ready, Captain. I don't think you're pulling my leg. You're serious. No, yeah, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you should buckle your seatbelts. There's like a 30% chance we're about to crash. Whoa. Right? You gotta keep them guessing, right?
Mark, great stuff. Pretty good. I believe the motivation from you. You never got your pilot's license. Mark can fly the plane. You don't want to do that. Okay. From wherever you guys feel.
Do I still have the fish?
Yes, you still have the fish. You're feeling very sick.
More sick, less sick.
Same amount of sick.
Yeah, no, I could. Can you push the button? My head's cold. If you kind of paint me a word picture of where the switch is for that, what is that? Because I know, but I'm just curious how you see it.
Boys, cut. We're gonna keep it going right from here. Bob, more panic. Mark, a little bit more sick.
All right.
Just because I could do everything in the plane. I know about the button switches and the.
All right. Okay. Close your eyes and imagine your head the dashboard with buttons. Okay.
Yeah.
Big red,
buttons.
bright colors.
Get it out. Maybe if you puke it all up, then you'll be fine to fly and do the announcement.
No. Can you take the stick for a bit? I'm gonna make it quick enough. I'll see it. Look, if it's done.
No.
Everything. Okay, that's good.
Cut. Love the announcement. I feel like we're getting a little bit too into the drama category. So when you do the announcement, like you're really sick. Everything you guys are going. But sick, but also really sick with the fish. Same as you're going.
Well, gee, Captain, that came out of nowhere. Are we gonna die?
No. That's why there's two of us.
Sure.
If I go down, you're here to make sure we all go.
Well, I think maybe, you know what? I know a technique that'll maybe help you throw up more. What if I just make the plane go up and down really violently, and we'll just shake the fish out of you so that the sickness is just gone, and then you'll be fine. Because I know how to go. Look, you go like this to go down. And then you go like this to go up. Wow!
Cut. I like where this is going. Keep it up.
Are you gonna feed effects like this again?
Yeah, we'll add all that in post.
Okay, all right.
Bob, you have the cure to Mark. This is like the start of your villain arc, and you are going to extort him for money to give him the cure to land this plane.
Okay. Okay.
Mark, keep the musical bits coming in and out. I think a little bit more musical here and there.
A little musical?
Yeah. And this is it. I feel it. This is the one.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And action.
Yeah, I've got the remedy for you, Captain. How do you like this? And then back up. Yeah, is that working? Do you feel better, Captain?
No, actually, I wish that you could fly the plane more.
What if I gave you rice? Oh. It probably is exactly. And it's the only one on the entire plane, possibly in the entire state that we're flying over right now. And How much is that worth to you? Really? Yeah, like in $1. How much is that worth? Bad answer.
It's like, oh, he's gonna go on a nice long song. After all we've been through, that's it. Man, I'll give you guys 5.5 points each.
That seems like a lot less.
I think if we were like, the best way to do that is like, do like the team go longer, because it's like it's part of the redoing it. That's the fun thing.
I think so too, just based on our time. If we had more time, I would have totally done
But
it.
if you want to get Dragon, it's like more.
Starting the scene over.
I want to play your character.
Thank you. I don't have a buzzer though, so I don't give a fuck.
Don't you have a buzzer? I think you have a buzzer.
Beep.
Oh yeah, there's a built-in one.
Like a buzzer.
And
I believe I might have interrupted Change! I'm the best there's ever been, and I will do this my way.
people have been rooting for this to come back ever since that one episode.
Here, I wrote a little mini paragraph for this group. While at a grocery store in the parking lot, Bob, 30-year-old thick man, sees Mark, an elderly man, trying to load groceries into his car. But Mark seems to need help. Mark doesn't actually need help, so he creates non-stop. Okay. That is your lyric.
Yeah, no, I don't, have we met? I'm Jeremy.
In my dreams, you can call me Steve.
Okay, yeah, no, in your dreams, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, can I help you load your groceries into your car? You look like you could have a seat. You could just go get in the car. I'll just load them up.
No. I want to watch.
Oh, I'll be gentle.
Be careful with it. It's a lot of cottage cheese.
Okay, it is.
I wouldn't want it.
You better get those back. That's a lot of those cottage cheese, and it's pretty hot out here. Are you sure you don't want to do that? I'm almost done already. I'm just.
Wow.
Change.
Wow. Wrong.
Change.
I am putting your groceries in. Oh, that's the last bag. And I am just gonna. I gotta. Oh, you got all the.
Oh, so sick. Change.
Oh God, I will.
Change.
Oh no, I'm falling.
Oh God! Oh, that's gotcha.
Oh, thank you.
Are you okay? I told you it's kind of hot out. Here, let me help you get in the driver's seat, and then you can leave, and then I can leave, and we'll go our
Change.
And then you sit there, and I will never see you again.
Change.
I just want to hold you.
Change.
I'm not gonna help you. You know what? This feels weird. This feels like we're crossing a line. Just stand up, and I'm gonna. You get in your car, and I hope your couch sheets don't spoil the drive.
Wait. Yeah, listen, I'm not. I don't have long breath.
A therapist would say, I have a lot of friends, and I don't need any more. You're too old to be friends with anyone, especially someone as young and fit as me, clearly. You think that I was trying to be nice, okay? I was trying to pretend to be nice. You think that I would spend a moment longer near you than I need to. Look at me. Look at yourself. Just look. Spend more time looking and appreciate the differences between me and you.
It's not like I'm ignorant. It's not like you're that one. I have no smell. Whoa.
then I'll leave and never call you again.
Well, I mean,
Good, of course.
there you guys go. Look, change came back. All right, and it's gone.
Everybody got what they wanted.
Uh-huh. Absolutely.
I hope it's been good for you guys. It's been good for me. You guys are doing, considering we didn't do any warm-ups at all. Whenever we're doing the tour and we did it every single day, we would still take like an hour at least every day doing warm-ups. So going into these cold is tougher than I think people want to.
You're saying it like that.
You don't have to caveat it. We're doing it.
I think you guys are doing great despite the fact you didn't get to warm up. I'm saying how impressive it is. How impressive it is you guys are doing it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I'm not taking you down.
I think so successfully that our legendary improv teacher, Rachel Fleck, would not make very many disparaging faces or noises while we're doing this at all. But only a few.
Someone really
Remember when I made her laugh once?
That was rare. She was very good at not laughing. That made it really tough.
It's because she's a professional. And it's kind of because we're not funny.
It's very hard to make laugh that clearly.
All right, we're gonna move on to another game. I don't know what this one is called, but I'm gonna call it Style Change. Probably has another name, but that's name right now. It's called Silk Style. Silk Style? Or Genre? Genre, whatever. Whatever it's called. Whatever tone, however they see fit. I will come in and call it change the genre. Comedy. And I call it change it to an action movie. Here's Mark, a new hire who desperately needs to keep his new job, suspects that his boss, Bob, is a vampire.
Hello, Mark. How's it going? How's your first week going? How's it going?
Good. Do I need to give you permission to come into my office?
Oh, that'd be nice. It's not so formal though. Look, you could call me Drac, okay? Just
Drac,
yeah,
okay.
nicknames, you know. But can I come in though?
Can you stand just a little bit?
Oh, just wait here. I'll just wait here. That's fine. No, that's fine.
Good.
I don't need to get any closer. That's fine. Listen, so I know they gave you the numbers for your quotas you're supposed to do. And it's your first week, right? Your first week, so I don't want to suck on you too hard, but sorry, from where I'm from, that's sort of look, I was just saying, you need some time to get up to speed, and that's okay. Drama, you're not good enough. Despite all that, you don't want to lose your job on top of all those other things you're going to need. Or this company will never survive without you. Maybe it doesn't deserve to survive. Maybe it deserves to have the life sucked out of it. Yes, we'll find out together, won't we? Unless you think you have what it takes. That's my twin brother, Brad. Don't worry about it. It looks just like me. That's not my twin brother, Brad, at all.
The reason is that standing by him.
Weirdly romance. All I can see is your eyes. some shelves fell over, and I think we have a duty to go and make sure everyone's okay and maybe help them clean up.
It's fine. The leading scientist in the area said that there's no risk of any earthquakes happening. That meteor won't come anywhere close to Earth. And also, I'm going to retire tomorrow.
Well, you have earned your retirement. Sorely earned it. You've only been at the company a week, but I feel like we'd be nowhere without you.
Yeah, I can't wait for the gamma radiation test.
Fantasy.
Glenor the Radiation Wizard has informed me that his tests will soon be complete, and he's found some anomalies that I think we should look into, but not before I give you this. Shing!
Oh my god.
This is Gliplon, the blade.
Were you guided here by kindly Miquella? I am Leda. And like you, I was guided by faith along his honorable path. Touch the withered arm, and you too will be transported to the realm of shadow where Miquella the Kind now dwells. My compatriots are there already. Like us, they have heard kindly Miquella's call. If you can find them, they are certain to lend you aid. Come now, touch the withered arm, and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again. Come now, I will not be...
Gliplon, the blade of blades. It can cut any blade, including itself. Be very careful.
That's incredible. I'll cherish it for the end of my days.
Comedy. Sitcom.
Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Mark, good to see you again. I met this girl on my way to work this morning, and I told her I had a friend that would be great for her. I wanted to set you up on a blind date. What do you think of that, huh?
Is that what you gave me, the sword?
Yeah, no, that'll be very impressive. She seemed like a sword girl, if you know what I mean.
That's it. Am I helping or hurting here? I feel like I ruined it with comedy. Sorry. Minus 10 points to me for the horrible laugh track and oohing. I was trying to. Oh, maybe I should. Oh, the sword. I don't know.
No, I got what you meant. I was just like, what the fuck is a comedy?
What is the? Okay, of all things to get hung up on, I didn't know that would be the hard part. Make some jokes, lighthearted. I don't know.
Oh, there's no way.
Well, it was going great until I don't know. What was the one that threw it off? Comedy, fantasy.
Glenor the Radiation Wizard.
You guys, I was trying to find a good place to button in, but you guys were so like into it and going so fast. There were no pauses or beats between your sentences. So I was just like, I gotta fucking force one in here.
We're so smart. We're so smart.
We're locked in, Mark.
I ruined it. That's my bad. Minus 10 points to me. All right, our last game of the evening is one where I will join in to redeem myself, hopefully. Mainly because we need me, because it's called Three-Headed Expert, which doesn't really work with just two.
I've got an extra head.
Do you want to do it with your other head instead of me?
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you? In Marika's own words, hark, brave warriors. Hark, my Lord Godfrey. We commend your deeds. Guidance hath delivered ye through each ordeal to the place ye stand. Put the giants to the sword and confine the flame atop the mount. Let a new epoch begin, an epoch glistening with life. Brandish the Elden Ring for the age of the Erd Tree. we're almost the flame of... I'm glad it was you. I must tender my thanks. Thank you. Please continue to lend your aid.
Your other head instead of me?
Well, it can't talk, so.
Probably not.
Because it's a stuffed, because it's a plushie. Not, because I don't know what you would.
We can go in the order of Bob, Mark, and Wade because it's alphabetical. I'm going to ask us a question. Bob, you'll lead us off. We're going to give one word each to try to answer this question. So, for example, Bob can go I, Mark will go will, I will say answer, Bob will go back to Bob, he'll say you, and so on and so forth. One word to answer the question, but we will keep going to try to form a coherent series of sentences.
This game always makes me think of the episode of Whose Line where they're doing the three-headed Broadway singer, where they're singing one word at a time.
Oh, yeah.
And take me on up.
Yeah, and it gets to Drew Carey, and they're all like, and I will take me on up. If you haven't seen it, you should watch classic Whose Line Is It Anyway? It's fantastic.
That's why I like the classic version. Not that it's not funny nowadays, but it's almost like too crisp. I don't need it in 4K. I love, because all of my episodes were like ripped off of like just VHS tapes.
They're all in like low quality broadcast resolution.
Oh man, I love that. The crunchiness of it. Just like
People I didn't even know who they were, like Carol Channing. I have no idea who she actually was, but seeing Ryan do Carol Channing, like break the glass with his head and shit. Yeah. But yeah, let's do 300 Broadway star. Mark, you'll be in the middle. Bob, you'll go first. I'll go last. That was a weird way to describe it, but that's how I did it.
Not Broadway star.
Not Broadway star, just expert.
We're not singing, we're answering.
We have no Dan the Piano Man for this show today, so no piano.
But somehow Mark's allowed to sing. What's the question we're answering?
All right, we're trying to explain whether or not the ship of Theseus is or could ever be a cannoli. Bob, lead us off.
Well,
cannolis
are
complicated
with
all the
ways
in which
it
tastes.
Period. But
the
ship
of
Theseus
is
simple
in
that
it
is
big
boat. Oh wait. Yeah, big boat.
So
what
I
need
to
discuss
cannolis. Cannolis
are
whether
cannolis
can
be
considered boats.
Does that mean it's over?
I don't know.
Go another sentence.
Some
people
think
that
other
boats
look
dumb.
However,
the
people
that
matter
think cannolis
are
dumb.
But
we
are
smarter
than
them.
And
we
have
knowledge
about
big
boats
and
big
cannolis.
Therefore,
we
will
state
that
cannolis
are
not
part
of
the
ship,
but
they
could
be
type
of
ship.
Yay, we answered the question.
Did we answer the question?
Yeah.
Cannolis can be a type of ship.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's an answer.
That's what we came up with. I think the people will watch this episode and wonder, and they'll wonder.
The people who don't matter won't agree with us, and the people who do matter are idiots. So we know that we're right.
All right, so I've got to assign some points from this. I hope you guys had fun. I know I kind of threw this at you in the middle of the day after Bob peed himself. I guess it was a whole other day ago or some other time in the past. But
look, I always have fun. I just wonder if anyone listening has any fun. It's fun for me. Yeah.
It's definitely different doing this kind of stuff without being able to move around and walk.
I know. I kept wanting to like touch Mark. I kept thinking like, and now I would grab Mark.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the things I think missing doing this via podcast format like this instead of being in person is we can't spatially walk around. Like there isn't a cockpit to sit in and reach over and screw with each other. Like we lose that spatial ability to do things with our environment, and it becomes sit and talk, which is not what Rachel had taught us. But it's really, you can't really do that in this type of environment. So it's really kind of a test to see how it would work out.
Until we can all have augmented reality glasses on and each be in our own individual soundstage and see each other projected as holographic images in our personal space and vice versa.
You could just do Second Life improv. Literally. Or no, VR chat.
Oh, VR chat improv. That would be pretty funny. Yeah.
I'm glad you had fun. And if you guys want to see more, let us know in the subreddit. Man, but today's winner,
I think you know who it has to be. I don't even think it's really a question at this point still. We still live in the shadow of Mark's despotic rule.
I have to give the win to Mark.
What?
Because of his sing-song, that one-line song that never has left my mind since it happened. The tease that left me wanting more.
The end of Act 1 that brings you back in after the intermission.
Exactly. So congratulations, Mark. You have won.
Wow, I can't believe it.
I do not have a hoedown or anything for us to do. I'm sorry. No.
Let's read the credits like we're John Madden casting a football game.